Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Arcane Adventurers one-shot stream. We are starting this Sunday slightly late, and we will be continuing with one-shots every Sunday for the month of June and so on. If you haven't heard, on Tuesdays we stream a campaign for our channel, so definitely check that out. And yeah, we'd just like to thank everybody for tuning in and for being a supporter of the Arcane Adventurers. So my name is Ashley. You can find me on TikTok at AshleyDND, and you can find my Instagram there. I will be your dungeon master for tonight. And I guess based on the screen, let's start with Axel. Introduce your character name, your character race and class, and then yourself.
Okay, my character's name is Axel. He is an ASMR sorcerer, as you can see. He is a protector ASMR and a divine soul sorcerer. So even though it's a blaster class, I'll be playing a support role. My name is Lucas, and you can find me on TikTok at Lucas is stressed, all one word. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Are you going to introduce yourself?
Me?
No, okay. Lucas, nice to meet you, Lucas. Okay, next we'll go down to Sylvanus.
All right, hi guys. My name's Dakota. You can find me on TikTok at coffee_sloth. And yeah, I'm playing Sylvanus Shortbeard, human barbarian. He's also a librarian. And are we getting into backstories at all right now, or just introductions?
If you would like to, go ahead.
Okay. Well, he started out as just a scholarly fellow for most of his life, and then he got the opportunity to accompany some other adventurers on a research mission to research some of the ways of the wild people. And things went awry. Most people died, and he ended up a prisoner of said barbarian camp for a long time, and eventually gained their trust and became one of them. So that is why he is a barbarian. However, his profession is a librarian.
Love it. I love it so much. Next up, we'll go to Nayla.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I also go by Token Gamer over there on the TikToks, or IME_16 on Instagram. So if you want to go check that out. But I will be playing a drow elf rogue by the name of Nayla. She typically goes by Noir, especially when she's on a mission, as she is essentially an assassin for hire. So she's a hit woman, lived in the Underdark with her younger sister. She ended up getting adopted by a mysterious benefactor who turned out to be a mob boss, and he trained her in the art of killing, but then she was tasked to kill a child, but she couldn't, as she was protecting her younger sister, so it was very hard for her. She refused, and she ended up losing her sister to the mob boss, so she fled and used her skills to then become a hit woman, with the only rule being no killing kids.
Good to know. Next up, we'll go
I mean,
with
those conditions might be changeable depending on the child.
Those are only the rules for the backstory. The actual game might be different.
Exactly.
Next up is Horace.
Hi, I'm Mike or Michael. The character that I'll be playing is Horace Fenrir. And I go by MS_109586 on TikTok. Horace is a hobgoblin. He was kicked out of his tribe and ended up finding his way to a local town in which he studied a lot of the more spiritual part of fighting, and ended up getting a tattoo of an eye on his forehead and dyeing his fur blue to signify what he's trying to go for, with a black kind of like scar over his one eye, kind of like Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And he is currently just traveling with these group of people. I'm not sure if we're all going to start together, but he's traveling,
Yeah, you will.
trying to find his way of life.
Ah, very nice. And last but certainly not least, let's go down to Reginald.
My name is Steven. Oh, my camera's over here. My name is Steven. On TikTok, I go by The Nerdy Rockstar. And on Instagram, I go by The Nerdy Cosplayer. Reginald is a human bard who grew up as a noble, and his parents wanted him to be all fancy and like grow up in a certain way, and he was like, nah, I'm gonna be funny. So then he became a comedian and just kind of traveled the world, making people laugh and gain some like notoriety for that, and just kind of left the whole nobility thing behind, aside from he still gets money from his family.
Very nice. Okay, well, without further ado, I guess we'll get into the introduction. So you are a group who has been called to the village of Jendale to come and help resolve a problem of missing children. As you enter the town, it's a very tropical climate. There seems to be a warm, foresty area around it, and inside the town, it's primarily Genasi race. There are all kinds of Genasis. The water Genasi and the Earth Genasi live closer to the forest, and the air Genasi and the fire Genasis live closer to the center of town. The princess, Sunset Firebreath, meets you as she is the one who has requested your assistance. Hello, travelers.
Hello.
Oh, we're doing those voices. Okay.
What's
we're
wrong with my
we're getting
voice?
into it, aren't we? All right. Hello.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
Oh,
Greetings,
pleased to meet
princess.
you too. Oh, thank you. And her hair is red and almost fiery, as she is a fire Genasi. She curtsies to make your acquaintance. And
I
she
curtsy
says,
back.
Oh, love it. She says, "Hello. Well, thank you so much for coming to help. We've been pretty stressed lately, and as you look around, you see that everyone who lives in the town is pretty tired, and they look really scared and stressed, and they just seem really worried."
Same.
So it seems that our children have been going missing. We're not really sure what's going on, but at night they just disappear. We seem to hear these cries and screams from the woods, but by the time we get into the woods, it's too late and we can't find the children.
Nobody has seen anything going on.
No, we've tried to send some of the town guards in, but they're not very intelligent.
That.
Are there any common trends between these disappearances? Any activities they do? Any places they go?
Actually, I
before
think
they
you're being
disappear?
quiet. Sorry, I don't mean to.
Am I too quiet?
I can hear
A little
it
bit.
fine.
Oh,
Well,
no, it's coming
apparently.
through.
Apparently on the stream, it's a bit quiet.
Chat saying that
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
pretty quiet. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Ashley, speak
I
louder.
hear her just okay. Well, let's see if this gets any better. Tell me if you can't. We haven't found any similarities amongst the children missing, but they are all children, girls and boys. And they come from all different types of Genasi. No similarities. The only thing is, it seems that they're going into the forest.
Is
How
there a
many-
common entry point?
Well, it seems to be closer to the river.
Understood. And where can this river be found?
Well, if you just go over there, and she points towards kind of a general area where most Genasi are going in and out of the forest. She says, if you just go over there, you'll get in, and soon enough you'll hear it. And then
Also,
Did you?
how many children have gone missing?
so far 4 of them, but we don't want any more.
What's like the oldest one that went missing?
Well, I would say maybe 11.
Oh, Okay.
Did you say there's a high amount of traffic going through? Like you said, she pointed me to a area that seems like there's a lot of people going in and out.
Yeah, it just seems to be the general area. I wouldn't say it's high traffic, but the general area where if someone's going into the forest, they go in that way.
Okay,
It's
so we don't
probably a more direct route to
moving
the river.
in and out. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I would advise that you tell your villagers not to go anywhere near that forest. We will begin our investigation right away.
I have an
thank
idea.
you.
I have an idea. What if we have all the kids sleep in the same place, so that if something happens, we'll see.
Well, I'm sure that can be arranged. If you think that that would help, we can arrange the center hall to accommodate all the children.
And then maybe we can follow the one that leaves, because it sounds like it's one at a time.
So far, yes.
Also, do you have a library by chance?
A library. Unfortunately, not in this town. The last one we had, some of the uncontrollable fire genasi burnt it down.
All right.
Pity.
Do you
Pity.
know of any stories of the forest?
I mean,
Anything that might be lurking around there?
well, and I've been concerned about this, but I've been trying to keep it hushed, as it would be very concerning if this was true. Please follow me. And she leads you towards the castle, but enters through a sort of discreet side door and takes you just into this small room. Many, many years ago, it was told as a myth, however, the nobles know it to be true. A woman named Maria, uh, in a blind rage, drowned her children, and it's said that she haunts the forest and drowns children. So we're not sure if this is a recurrence of that.
Like,
But
die here?
hmm?
Did she die here?
Well, she drowned herself after drowning her children, and her spirit haunts the forest.
That's really depressing.
Yeah, we
Yes.
try to keep it as just a story for everyone else.
She was a
This
human?
is the first time in a long time. She was a human.
Okay. I was gonna say, she was like a
Yeah.
genasi. That'd be weird.
Has anybody in the town shown specific interest in that myth? Does anybody seem to talk about it? Is this a common conversation topic? Is there anybody we should be worried about that might be trying to recreate those events?
I heard the princess talk about it.
And she just sort of chuckles uncomfortably.
Excuse our friend.
And she says, none that we know of. We're not sure why this would be happening now. It seems to just have started almost out of nowhere, but that's the only connection I could personally make.
Wow, interesting.
You know what creatures live around this area that might want to do harm?
In the woods, sometimes you'll find the occasional owlbear, just, your typical forest animals. Oh, sometimes pixies will play games on us. But they seem to be relatively harmless. As long as you're pretty quiet and nobody will come out or bother you, or that we know of.
Dun, dun, dun.
And is this the first time that this has ever happened? The children going missing?
So far, with my generation and the generation above me.
I see. Perhaps are there any elders in the community that we could speak to that might know something more on this matter?
I think there might be a water genasi, Dewdrop, who might be able to help you.
Dewdrop.
She lives just near the edge of the forest.
I thought we weren't supposed to go near the forest.
Well,
Wow.
she lives there.
Reginald, we
The
don't
other water
don't want
gnomes.
the others to go near the forest. If we're going to investigate this, we're going to have to go into the forest.
Okay. Yeah, I
Did
got
you perhaps say a time frame in which these children disappear?
Night.
Yeah, some point during the night. There's no full relation of if it's early night or late night. We're not sure.
What time is it now?
It's about evening time, so funny enough, you see the sunset as sunset talks to you. Haha.
Okay.
Ahaha. Alive.
Okay. I think Reginald's idea was a good one. You should gather the children and put them under guard. We will begin our investigation right away.
Okay, I will
If-
get the town guards to go round up the children and bring them to the central hall. Thank you.
If we want some bait, we can have me sleep with them too.
Reginald's 13, by the way.
But before,
Oh,
That is good to know.
okay.
That's very
Context.
good
I'm very, very concerned.
Text.
Oh no!
Oh,
no!
Okay. Okay.
before she,
I just heard it.
Yeah. How old are each of us? Just to throw that
Yes,
out there.
Let's get that.
Gonna get us banned.
Late 20s. Axel is late 20s.
about the same in Hobgoblin years.
I'm 146 ish. I'm an elf.
Right.
So-
mid-age.
How old
So
are you,
late
Zed?
20s for an
But-
elf.
Yeah, late 20s for an elf, I guess.
Before she leaves, can I tell if she was holding anything back? Possibly with an
Yeah,
insight.
go ahead.
Also, Sylvanus is 30 years old.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't think we actually really got physical descriptions of everybody. Everybody just kind of mostly said their backstory ish.
Yeah.
Have you
we-
seen my
we could
bard
do that.
TikToks? It's that guy.
Okay, 1 second, quick second. What did Horace get for?
18.
Okay, so yeah, she rolled pretty poorly. She didn't really seem to be holding anything back, but she was very, very hesitant to talk about the story about the woman.
It's understandable.
That's kind of what you're getting from her. She's almost nervous about the story herself. And on this pause, how about everybody introduces what their character looks like? Let us start with Axel.
Okay, Axel is like literally the most stereotypical ASMR looking person you could imagine. He has like blondish white hair, like eyes that are almost entirely like white. Like those ghost contact things that you can put in, the color that those will make your eyes. It's that color of eye. And then obviously you don't see it now, but when he starts spellcasting, like he'll have kind of a glow about him, like ASMR as ASMR gets. Literally wears all white, has the symbol of Mount Celestia hanging from his neck. He is pastor's kid who dresses like it. So yeah.
Like the complete opposite of Sazriel.
Yeah. Okay, and then I guess next on we'll go down to
Sylvanus.
Sylvanus. So Sylvanus, he's a rather short 30-year-old male. He just dresses in typical librarian robes. Nothing particularly crazy looking about him. He's bald and he can't grow much of a beard, which is why he has the name Sylvanus Shortbeard.
Ayla.
Okay, so I am a drow elf, which means that my skin tone is like a grayish tone. It's like a dark gray. I have lilac color eyes and white hair. And she dresses in like a cloak that has a hood, so that if she's ever traveling through the daytime, it's a little bit easier on her eyes because light sensitivity. But she has underneath her robe, like the robe pretty much covers like everything. It's like this long drapey robe that goes down to her better shins, and underneath that is like you've got her little hand bow that's like hand crossbow that's like attached to her hip, and she's got a couple knives on her. Almost she's almost like Tomb Raider-esque get up. So a little bit scandalous. But yeah, that's Nayla.
Beautiful. Horace, what does your character look like?
Horace. Okay, there we go. I said it correctly this time. I keep trying. Never mind. Horace is about average height, maybe about 5 foot. He has black hair that's put into a bun. As he said before, he has a side of his eye that's a little burnt. It looks like he's been branded with an eye, and he dyed his fur blue. And the rest of it peeks out in black. He's wearing a black button down that has 3 buttons missing on the top, so some of his fur is exposed. He has short hair. He has chainmail underneath. He has a shield covering his left arm with a sword and a sheath on it. Then he has just normal kind of baggy pants that's been tied together on a string.
Nice. And Reginald.
Reginald. By the way, I don't think I said this when I initially introduced him. Reginald's name is Reginald St. Bartholomew the Third Esquire the Second. That is very important for people to know because I like it. And for those of you who like watch my TikToks, my bard character who has like the brown vest, white shirt, teal pants, and the hammer, that's him. Like it's literally that character. For those of you who don't, he has a white shirt that's very loose around the neck and very dirty. Sleeves are rolled up, but it's very like stretched out. It's not like too big, but it's like he's just worn it a lot. A very like poorly made leather vest. Like looks like it was made by someone who's seen people make clothes a lot, but like this is their first time trying. They're like light teal pants. And then he has this on his back. It is a Warhammer speakerphone with this thing that's like a hard leather holder sheath. I don't know, with little rivets in it, and lizard skin or lizard folk skin band. But it's like he doesn't know that it's fake, but it's fake.
He's gonna ask you to do that himself.
Oh no, he did not. Because this is made well. But no, you'll find out later if you ask about that. But yeah, that's
Okay.
him. And his face, he just looks like me. It's just me. It's my LARP character. It's me.
Nice. So as Sunset kind of finishes up her discussion, she heads out to go alert the town guards to come and round up the children.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Reginald, did you want to stay behind?
Well, what time is it exactly? Like, just barely getting dark?
You probably have an hour until sundown.
Okay.
I mean, I think if we decide that we want me to stay behind as bait, then I can, but that doesn't really have to like happen until bedtime, you know? So we could still go explore and like investigate some stuff and then come back.
I was thinking as protection for the children, but sure, bait works too.
I
Let's.
thought that's what the guards were for. I could say, yeah, I could do that if you want me to.
Let's continue the investigation, and then we can make our decision on this once we know more.
Okay. How about this? If we start getting a little bit farther away from town, then I can come back.
That works.
Yeah.
Shall we go visit Dewdrop?
Okay.
Yes.
So as
that
you
dude.
walk towards
Drop.
Dewdrop's house, you start to see children sort of getting rounded up and their parents bringing them, the guards bringing them towards the central area. The smallest ones are already in their little pajamas for the night. Some of them look like they just woke up and they had gone to bed so early. The older ones are very confused. They don't understand. But they kind of do understand as their friends have been going missing. But they don't understand why they can't just sleep at home. Some of them look kind of scared. Some of them just look like they don't care. Yeah, so they're all kind of.
Do we see the children gathering in this small spot then?
So they're all sort of moving towards another building that was kind of near the castle, but they're all just passing as you guys walk through the little streets and alleys.
Okay, because I was gonna say if we do see them, then Nayla is gonna just kind of watch the children, but she just has a very mournful, very sorrow-filled face as she's remembering her younger sister. She's just kind of.
What's wrong?
A little air genasi runs up to you and starts tugging at your little cloak. Hey.
Hello there.
Are you an adventurer?
Yes, we are.
I learned how to spell that word in school. Adventurer. A-D-V-E. And she goes on to spell the whole word.
Does she spell it right?
She doesn't.
Wait, where does she mess up?
She messes up all the R's.
That's wrong.
I immediately turn around and give this death glare. Just
this little air genasi's hair just starts flowing, and she gets really upset.
I kneel down to her and I just kind of hold out my hand, so she for her to grab onto it.
She levitates a little rock and puts it in your hand.
I write down the word adventurer on a piece of paper and I hand it to her. And I'm just like,
this is how you spell it, sweetie.
And she calls, hey, sunrise. And her little friend comes running over. No, it's sundown. Picks up the paper and burns it.
Wait, I thought you said it was an air genasi.
The other one that came over.
Her friend is a fire genasi. Runs over and burns the paper.
How tall is Nala?
Nayla, she's 5'7"-ish. Yeah, 5'7". But I want to kneel down and just kind of say, that was impressive. Keep at it.
Oh, thank you. And
just this smallest smile. Stone. Yeah, this smallest little smile just on my face as she runs off, and I just look at the little stone in my hand. I just kind of grasp it tight.
Children are just the most wonderful things, aren't they? They're just so, their minds are like sponges. They just soak up all the information. It's wonderful.
Yeah, we're pretty great.
Such innocent souls they are.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Innocent.
Well, shall we move on?
Okay.
As Horace moves on, he's just gonna think innocent and then think about his childhood when he had to kill people for his tribe. And just
wow.
Well,
lot of edgy boys up in here.
Yeah.
And then I'm over here just like a straight up comedian.
And a kid.
And a child.
And the only 13-year-old I've ever heard actually be willing to call themselves a child.
Yeah.
I'm
a teenager.
I'm straight up about to just perform jokes at my bar mitzvah, and y'all are just traumatized.
Man.
So as you guys still make your way across the paths, you finally get to what seemed to be Dewdrop's house from what Sunset sent you to.
Does everything look all right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful house built by an earth genasi.
Axel knocks on the door.
Cool. Hold on, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay.
Before you start to hear shuffling on the other side, and then opens the door, and this lady with blue but turning silver hair and sort of bluish, light blue skin says, "Oh, hello."
Hello.
Miss Dewdrop, is it?
Yes, that's my name.
Yes, we were just talking to Princess Sunset, and she she brought us here, and we were hoping that you could perhaps provide us some more information. Is there anything in your people's history of the goings-on of the children disappearing? Has this happened before?
Any
Oh.
myths or legends about children going missing?
Oh, and her eyes widen, and she kind of looks around back and forth, and she goes, I see why you Sunset sent you here instead of really getting into detail. You might want to come inside for this.
Okay.
And I just
And-
take a
Much
big
obliged.
cartoony step.
She ushers you in, and there's a little sitting area with some chairs and a little table and stuff. And she gives the hobgoblin a weird look. She's like, "Oh, I've never seen one of those before." Before closing the door, and kind of checks to make sure nobody's looking and following right before she closes it, and walks over to the room with you guys and says, "Yes, so." A few generations ago, a woman, her name was Maria, and she was married to this wonderful man, a fire genasi. He was very rich, very handsome. She was very excited to be married to him, and they had 2 sons together. Before, she knew it, he was in love with another woman and had left her. In anger, she ran to the forest, drowned her sons, and then when she realized what happened, she drowned herself, but she couldn't gain entrance to heaven. And so since then, well, not since then, she's been gone a very long time, but she stole children and tried to capture their souls. But I think the most important part you should know is Maria's husband is Sunset's great-grandfather. And I think that's why she wouldn't want to talk in depth about it. It's not something we like to think about here.
Yes, family can be hard.
Wait, so
I know
so
that all
Maria's
too
like
well.
grandma, and that means that the kids that died were. Is the princess part human?
No, the man was fire genasi. The woman who died was human.
Oh, so okay, different tree. Gotcha. I got it.
So
Kill
if-
the child.
if Sunset is the great-granddaughter, is there anyone alive that knows the man, or is the man himself still alive?
Oh, definitely not. Most of Sunset's family have passed on, and that family tree has slowly been whittling down over the years, hence why as a princess she's basically in charge. I'm not sure. I don't think anybody would recall.
I have a really bad idea.
Well, I
Okay.
suppose all ideas are welcome at this point, Reginald.
So, you know how necromancy exists?
Axel shudders.
I am very nervous to hear what the rest of this idea is.
Let's reignite that flame, if you know what I mean.
If you are suggesting bringing a man who has died back, I'm sorry,
We don't
cannot
have to
be
bring
okay
him
with that.
back, but we can, like, isn't there a thing that they can do where they like can talk to them, like bring them back like halfway just so they can talk to them? Isn't that a thing?
I'm going to interrupt you there, dear, but I don't think many people in this town will approve.
I said it was a bad idea.
The dead should stay dead, Reginald.
Best not to disturb
I
the
said
resting.
it was a bad idea.
Could I roll insight on Dewdrop just to see if she
Yeah.
believes what she's saying? Okay. That is a 13 plus 5, 18.
Dewdrop is telling the truth about the story. She's telling the truth about Sunset. And that, she's telling the truth about everything.
Okay.
That was an old story. The man left the woman to start Sunset's family.
Gotcha.
And so on.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait.
Place around clean?
Is what?
Like clean, like is it organized, like where she's living?
Yeah, it's a nice little grandma's home.
How old is Princess?
Princess is 19.
Okay. Does she have any? Oh no, sorry.
does the princess have any younger siblings?
Nope, it's just her.
Okay. Because so can we keep an eye on her, because there's if Mr. Fire left Maria to like make princesses people, she's probably a target.
Well, why wouldn't she be the first one to go?
Look, I never said that I understood it fully. We're just brainstorming here, spitballing,
No, Reginald, I think you're onto something. That could potentially be the unfinished business that could be keeping this spirit around. Do we know where that happened in the forest?
At the river.
The river.
All right.
I think that's the first place we should go look.
Is
Agreed.
it a big river?
It's a long river.
Oh, okay. Do we know where in the river that it happened?
No.
Is there a
If
current?
A current?
A current, like for the river, is it
Oh.
floating downstream, upstream?
Or is it like past?
Yeah. So, mostly where we, get the water and the fish and everything, there's a big current that goes down.
All right. Well, we should probably get going. Dewdrop, is there anything else you can tell us that could help us?
Not entirely. I'm sorry.
Sylvanus, Nayla, Horace, Reginald, any other questions?
No.
They've given us all we need, I think.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to go for a swim.
Yes. If we follow
Yes.
upstream, just follow the stream's current, we should find something.
All right. Well.
All right. Thank you, Miss Dewdrop. Your information has been valuable.
Oh, I hope you can find the families and the children.
I
We
hope
will
so
do
too.
our best to save
Nah,
the children.
we'll find new ones. We'll find better ones.
Axel leans forward and kind of takes her hand
Don't
and like does the
Horace
little
like
like curtsy and kiss the hand thing, or bow and kiss the hand.
Oh
thing.
my!
Um,
I stick out my hand.
I like when foreigners come to town.
Axel looks at Reginald.
No, I'm not like towards anyone, just like out.
Uncomfortable. Horace is gonna walk out.
Yeah, Axel just kind of looks down at Reginald and he goes, all right, and he bows and he kisses Reginald's hand too.
Just a quick question. Are you guys all watching the stream right now? Because for me, it's saying it has ended.
I'm watching it.
For
and
me,
I'm
it's
watching
fine.
chat.
Still up for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still in it.
Okay, must just be mine then.
According to Tech Guy, it's still up, so we should be
Okay.
fine.
Just thought I'd ask there.
Just to make sure.
All
Appreciate
good.
No, yeah, good
Appreciate the
checking
double
in,
check.
because half the
Yeah.
time we miss it.
Yeah.
I just want to point out the one time that I don't play my lizard folk. There's water.
Yeah, chat, chat says they're good. Hey, maybe that fake lizard folk skin on your hammer will help.
Cover it up. Cover yourself in it. You'll be fine.
I'm not bringing that in the water. It is leather. Like the rest of it.
Hey.
All right, let's get going towards the river.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Indeed.
As you leave Dewdrop's house, she sort of checks around again, makes sure nobody was listening into your conversation, and she watches you all sort of walk towards where sort of like a path through the forest begins. As you guys walk into the forest, the sun just, dips down below the horizon, and it starts to get a little bit darker, and after about 30 minutes, the dusk is down, it is set, and it is in the dark. I will give you the benefit of the doubt that the moon casts enough light that if you have dark vision, you're fine.
I was just about to say, can everyone see okay?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
No. So Nayla has like a little, it's like a little clip or something that attaches like right on her hood. So her hood's down now, but it's like a little metal clip. She touches it as she casts light, because as a drow I get light as a cantrip.
Nice.
Wait, you said that we could or couldn't see if we don't have dark vision.
You're fine. The moon gives off lots of light.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Oh no,
the
dancing
multiple
lights. Sorry,
moons give off multiple beams of light.
I actually don't know light. I know dancing lights. That's what it was. LOL. Just kidding.
Cool.
So
If
I'm just
anyone
gonna.
needs, I have a candle.
So I'm just gonna
can-
cast dancing lights around us. So these little
Cool.
glowing lights just
Perfect.
follow us.
I can also cast light centered on someone in the middle of the party. It's covered. Dancing lights will do us just fine. But,
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I got you guys.
Could I keep my ear out and hear if anybody's following either from behind or from the tree line?
Yeah, I'd like to make a perception check just to
let's
see if
get some
anything's around.
perception checks
And
From the whole party or from who?
from whoever wants to look out.
I will.
I will as well.
Everyone as well.
I'm just looking at the
Expertise.
pretty trees. I'm not like looking for anything. I'm just being a child. I'm just
I
being
like
a
it.
little
Fair enough.
bunny.
I need new dice, bro.
All right, what are we coming across? Let's see.
Oh no, you're the DM.
Perception perception checks.
Axel rolled a 19.
Did anybody get higher than a 19?
Nope.
No.
I rolled a nat one.
No.
Okay, so as you're going, you guys don't see anybody following you. You don't hear anybody in the tree lines. You hear some flutters of wings. As the darkness falls, you start to hear crickets, frogs croaking as you start to get deeper into this warm, humid, almost feels like a rainforest kind of thing. And, beads of sweat trailing down. You start to really get deeper into the forest and see all the various plants around you. But no, nobody following.
Okay. Axel is going to, as we walk, cast Mage Armor.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Before you forget.
Are we? Is the river visible to us, or do we have to walk a ways first to get to the river?
You have to walk a little bit.
Okay. It's not just something that's like okay.
You don't see it, but you can start to hear the faint beginnings of it.
The water running.
Yeah.
Okay.
What time is it at this point? That's not in character.
What time is it?
Like how long has it been?
Oh.
Since sundown? Like since it's
we left
dark? Since you left Dewdrop, like 45 minutes, an hour.
Okay.
So it's dark though.
It's getting there, yeah.
Which means at any minute we could see this ghost or whoever's pretending to be her.
Well,
yeah,
no,
so I guess we're just gonna
because
continue
they said
walking.
that they said that it happens while the kids are sleeping. The kids aren't going to be asleep yet.
Who knows what could happen under the watch of the town god, but that is a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back when it starts getting a little bit later.
As long as they're together and with adults, they should be fine.
Yes, Reginald, I think I would rather have you here than double back once we've already entered this forest.
Okay.
Also,
So-
do you know how long it is to the river?
Do you know how long it is?
I don't know. Do we?
Oh, a little bit more.
All right, I'm gonna walk a little bit more.
Sure. And Nayla, as you guys are walking along, your
Yes.
passive perception picks up some weird chatter coming from in the front and a few huffs from big creature.
I
What
kind
is
of
our-
I looked at everyone and I just kind of put my arm out. Everyone, stop.
I just like go under his arm.
What?
Axel stops, looks at Nayla, and says, "What do your elf eyes see?"
I'm pretty sure that's racist.
Well, not what I see, but what I hear.
What are your elf eyes here?
My elf eyes here.
What are your elf eyes here?
There's some whispering and breathing from bigger creatures. We're not
Whoa.
alone.
Okay. Should I try to reach out to them?
We should be careful. Be
Yes.
quiet.
Did you-
Da ba.
Did you say quiet?
Yes. I put my I see you taking it out. I just
My
put my
bad.
hand on it.
Except I'm not like pulling it out from the side.
Oh.
I'm pulling it out like from my back.
Yeah. I put my hand on your arm. Not yet.
I still pull it out, but now I'm
Yeah.
holding it like a weapon, not like a speakerphone.
Okay.
Can we make perception checks to see if we
Yeah, I want
look around and see what's
Sure.
making that sound?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yes, that's much better.
Oh, that's not
Another 15.
26.
It's
Oh,
better.
26.
I have my
Wow.
it's my expertise.
Your elf eyes. You see some bullywugs coming up, and they're just little froggy
Do they seem aggressive?
warriors.
Love them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the huff, you can recognize that the huff you heard was from an owl bear.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh,
Guys,
all right.
Yay!
we should proceed with caution.
Fuzzy
There's
friend.
some frogs and a bear. Owl bear, to be precise.
Bye.
And
I recommend we just hide until they pass.
Sylvanus, I'm gonna need a
I can hide.
dexterity saving throw.
Girl.
Oh, damn.
What was our marching order? Did we establish that?
No.
Oh, I would assume I
No,
was
not yet.
first.
I think
but-
I'm in front at this point because I did walk under your arm when you
Yeah,
stopped.
you walked ahead of me. a
This
little
is
bit, so-
true.
What did you get for your throw?
So
What did
TPK.
Sylvanus get for a dex saving
Sylvanus?
Oh, sorry.
throw?
Oh, okay.
TPK time?
Dex saving throw. I'm not
Always.
proficient.
Yes.
21.
All right.
Anyone?
You are fine. You just start to trip, but before you do, you look down and your boot has been untied. And you hear some giggles from the forest.
Aries.
Here,
Oh,
Ah,
Giggles and flutters from the forest.
pixies.
Fairy godparents.
Yes, the Ganassi were saying that they'd like to play tricks.
Yeah. Be careful.
I love pixies.
Okay, let's
Frank
all
B.
what marching order are you all in?
So I guess it would be Reginald
front.
first, and then Nayla, and then I guess whoever was after.
I'll be in
um,
the back.
yeah, I think Axel is probably right behind Nayla.
These days don't let me down. We're rolling for initiative, yes?
Well, are you guys going to try and sneak past, or are you going to?
mean, I can sneak very efficiently.
Because what?
I think Sylvanus was onto something with the hiding until they pass.
Make some sounds.
Sure.
How many are there?
There were 4 total. There were three bullywugs, you said, right?
3. I don't remember saying a number,
No, you
but
I
Okay,
don't
you
think she
did.
did.
Okay. But I did roll a 26, mind you, so
well, from
Wait.
where? Yeah, I will give you. Okay, fine.
What are we rolling for?
There's 3 bullywugs and an
confused.
owl bear.
Can we see them or do we just know that they're there?
You don't see them,
Well,
but she sees them.
I saw
Okay.
them, and I told you guys that they were there. Maybe we should be
So
careful.
we don't see them, but we know we need to hide.
Yes.
Can we attempt? I mean, we're in a forest. Can we just
If-
attempt to, I don't know, hide behind trees?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's.
So everyone can roll stealth.
All right.
Okay.
Another one of my
Oh,
expertise.
that's good.
My other expertise. Let's go. Not 20.
Oh my
one.
god.
Oh,
19
no.
plus 4, 23.
Mind you, it was going to be a 2, and then it rolled over to a 20. So I'm like, yes.
Here's the thing, though. We all need to pass this if we don't want
What
to.
did
Very true.
Reginald get?
Can I instead of just like hiding behind something, can I use my disguise kit to make me look like a bush?
Yeah.
Are you just the kid in the bush costume?
Literally.
PETA Mellark could never.
Yeah.
Um,
What
What
did
kind of-
Sylvanus get?
So
I got 7.
with
Okay.
what
Wait,
about-
hold on. What did
what am I
Horace
rolling
get?
Natural 1 for a 3.
oh, so with that
Okay.
natural
That is
20 and my
unfortunate.
plus my stealth, that would have been 30.
Aw.
I told you she was willing to hide. Like
If only the rest of the party wasn't dragging you down.
I know.
What check was I making for this?
This is why I do.
To
so
put
many
it on?
shots.
Yeah.
Stealth.
Yeah, make stealth with advantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was confused about what. I mean, hey, yeah.
No,
That's
it's
easy.
fine. Now just make a stealth with advantage because you have your thing in the jiggy on.
Okay. What's my proficiency? That's gonna be a 22.
All right, cool. So the first 3 of you are sneaking up. You're like, oh, let's sneak up kind of thing, right? You like bend down, run into the bushes, and the last 2, just as you're on your way, kind of fall into each other and cry out in pain.
Oh no.
Horace and Sylvanus, you have now been noticed. So
Damn.
everyone can roll initiative. Those who are hiding, so
Oh, boy.
Reginald, Axel, and Nayla, you can have advantage on your first attack roll.
Yeah, that's right.
Roll for bush.
Why? Why does it do this to me?
Okay,
Maybe
I'm really
you-
bad at keeping track of things, so just give me a second to get stuff down, and
Okay.
I'll come back to you.
Well, luckily we have the advantage first because I rolled kind of low on my initiative. Thank God for alert feat.
Mhm.
You're welcome.
Yes, bless.
I'm just getting my creatures in, and then
Ooh, I rolled good.
okay, hold on, almost
So-
there. And Lucas, what did you get?
19.
Nice.
So if they don't see us, then would it be considered we're like they're surprised or
Yeah, like,
okay?
well, you 3 can either have a surprise attack if you want, or I'll just give you advantage on your first attack.
Oh,
roll.
I'll take the surprise attack, please, and thank you.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Surprise just happens before like initiative starts.
Yes,
Oh.
I will take that
Bonus round,
surprise.
essentially.
Okay, then what did Sylvanus get?
15.
What's your dex modifier?
That is +3.
Okay.
Can I take a surprise attack?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Then you don't get advantage on
Yeah.
your first.
That's fine.
Horace, what did Horace get?
16.
What did Nayla get?
I got 9 + 4 is 13.
And what did who am I missing?
Reginald?
Did I? Oh, Reginald. What did Reginald get?
13.
What's your dex modifier?
Is this not for initiative?
Yeah, what's your dex modifier?
2.
Okay,
Why?
because you and Nayla both rolled 13.
Oh,
Yeah, my initiative is +9.
mine is +3. What did you roll?
Alert!
Alert! I rolled a 4.
Oh, honey, sweetie baby.
It was super sad times.
Okay, so I will say that at this point, the 3 bullywugs and the owlbear, after hearing this noise, are going to come forward. They are approximately 30 feet from the group, and we're going to start with our surprise rounds. So, Reginald, you were first to hide. What would you like to do?
We're not having like a grid or anything, right? This is gonna be theater of the mind.
Yeah, no
Okay,
way am I doing that.
Okay. Right. I'm going to. Screw it. I'm gonna go out and with my warhammer, I'm gonna jump up and just at the owl bear, two-handed.
The only thing that wasn't automatically against us.
Wait, I thought that was the one that was. I thought they were all against us.
They're all hostile.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was thinking
yeah.
it was a bunch of bullywugs approaching and then an owlbear off to the side who would just see a bunch of people and.
No,
Oh,
she said
well,
all.
now it's against you because it heard some commotion.
This is fair.
And
This
it's
is fair.
hungry.
All right. That is going to be a 23. What's 17 plus 6?
Yeah.
23. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So 1d, where's 10? 10. That is going to be 13 damage.
Cool. All right. Next up with the surprise rounds, Nayla.
Yes. So I am going to. Okay, I'm going to draw my rapier. And because they haven't had a turn in the combat yet, I have advantage on my attack roll because assassinate.
Nice.
And because they are surprised, if I do hit, it's automatically a critical hit. Plus, I'll be using my sneak attack, so I get an extra 3d6.
So he's rolling to hit with advantage for 66 damage.
Who are you trying to attack?
The owlbear.
Okay.
Yes. So 15 was my first roll. Okay,
Poor
so
owlbear.
15
Mine
plus
is
7, that is
Yeah.
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, so my rapier is a 1d8, and I get 3d6 for my sneak attack. So because it's a crit, because he's surprised.
Yeah.
How do you
So
do you want to?
It's a D8.
Yes, I have a d8 and 3d6.
Yeah, but sneak attack doesn't matter if it's a crit.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
It's just the actual weapon damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry to be.
Oh yeah. No.
that
That's okay.
person.
Nope. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I didn't know that.
Every DM does it differently.
Yeah, it's all right. All good. All good. So I get the 1d8. So
So you
8
get 8
automatically.
plus the roll. Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh no.
I rolled 2 1s on for my sneak attack damage.
My guy.
Tragic.
DM silently parties inside her brain. I'm like, oh no, 2 1s in my head. I'm like, yes, you didn't one-shot this.
All right.
I don't know how to tell you this, but that was out loud.
I know.
All right. So 8, 10, 12, 15, 19 damage total.
Very nice.
And for my bonus action, I will hide again.
Okay.
Back into the bushes.
Let's just go back into the forest. Axel.
Yeah. Axel is going to look at Sylvanus and Reginald, who I'm assuming because Sylvanus is kind of rushing into this fight, and Reginald is in the fight, and he's going to twin cast Shield of Faith.
Oh,
So both of you are going to get +2 to AC.
excellent.
Nice.
That brings me up to 18.
Okay,
Whoa.
And that is his turn. He's going to
How
go
long
ahead
does that last?
10 minutes.
Okay, so you guys are good.
Yeah. Well, it's concentration. So if I cast another concentration spell,
Yeah, okay.
it'll drop.
Or if you
Yeah.
take damage. What?
Or if you can make me fail to save.
Ah, Axel, you brilliant fellow. This will help greatly.
I'm just gonna deal like 60 damage.
DC 45. Good luck.
Yeah. Concentration check. Here we go.
I will fail
Okay,
that check.
so
because
those
I'm dead.
were the 3 surprise attacks. Now we're gonna get into actual initiative. And Axel, it is actually your turn.
Cool. Having aided his allies well, he is going to. Oh, I need to mark that spell slot down. Okay. He is
That's
going.
right.
He is going to, I guess, just kind of try to stay in the bushes as best he can while hidden, but shoot a firebolt at the owlbear.
Okay.
That is. Okay, hang on. What's my modifier? Okay, 16 to hit.
Yep.
Cool. So 2d10 fire damage. Where's my d10s? Here they are. That's an 8 and a 1, 9 fire damage total. And then he's just gonna keep vibing where he's at.
Okay, cool. Next up is one of my bullywugs who, seeing Reginald in combat, is gonna run up and try to hit Reginald. Hold on, now I gotta look at this. Twice.
Oh no!
Okay.
Okay, the first is a 15 to hit, which does not hit because of your new beautiful armor.
Thank you.
And then he's going to go in with his spear. And that's going to be a 6 to hit, which definitely doesn't hit. And he's not a very dexterous little bullywug. Kind of trips over his feet.
Oh.
Wait, what?
And he kind of lets out a ribbit. Horace, it is your turn.
Horace, you're muted.
Here we go.
Horace is going to tap on his shield, then run in, and go for the bullywug that's currently attacking Reginald.
Nope.
For 2 attacks.
Oh my god, my bullywug's going to die.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
And the
Oh
second
wait, my
one.
bullywugs have more armor than the owlbear.
And a 15.
Oh, then.
Sorry, a 15 damage?
Makes
Axel-
sense.
15 is the second. Roll to hit.
Sorry, a dirty 20 and a 15?
Yeah.
Okay, well those both will hit.
Okay.
Axel
So
says, I think God's telling me that the owlbear has less armor than the bullywugs.
the
I mean,
first-
that's fair.
You can see the bullywugs wearing armor.
Wow. The first attack does 8 points of damage.
Okay.
The second one does 7 points, and I'm going to, my eye is going to flash, and I'm going to use an ability called, if I can find it, Telekinetic Strike, which immediately after you deal damage to a target with,
Do you want to use your telekinetic strike on a different creature? Because this one is dead.
No, I'm gonna save it. I'm
Do
gonna
it.
save it.
Do it.
Okay, so you dealt your 8 and then your 7 damage, and before you even finished, it was down. How do you want to do it?
Hey.
As it's attacking and Reginald is just, I'm guessing, sidestepping, I'm just gonna go behind it, slash it once, and then slash it again in the back of the neck and have it point it out on the other side.
Beautiful. I love it. All right. Seeing you kill its friend, another bullywug is going to come running at you. And 7, which is, I need new dice. Someone send me new dice.
Oh god, no.
That's Gabriella.
Oh my goodness. And a 5. Okay, so this also is a really not good bullywug. And next up is Sylvanus.
Actually, you're so nice for giving us
Okay.
such easy enemies. That was a joke.
What did you want to
That was
be
a-
in my?
That was a joke.
Please
I
no.
will wait
Please
until you're
don't
in my.
Axel drops
Jurassic.
concentration on Reginald alone.
Did you not see the title of the stream?
No.
Ashley is God.
I
Yes.
know, she's a benevolent
Please.
god.
What happens?
Exactly. Keep it
when you
that way.
often, Reginald.
It was a
Okay. So the bullywog that was attacking Reginald, is that one still alive? I'm mixed up now.
No.
There were two. Okay.
There was one attacking Horace, but missed.
Okay. Well, I'm going to help him out, and I am going to mutter a phrase and hold my fist out and clench it at that bullywug and say, "Oh no, you don't!" And I'm casting Chill Touch on that bullywug. Yeah, this this librarian barbarian, this barbarian librarian has some magics. All right.
I'm scared, Mom.
So I'm gonna roll. Ooh, that is a 16 plus 4. So that is I believe that's what a dirty 20
Can
is.
everyone stop rolling high? I need to start fudging my dice.
Hey, I rolled I rolled 2 1s on my d6 and a
Guys,
2
if
on my
none
d6.
of you take damage during this, I'm going to cry.
Oh, don't worry, I'm going to. Reginald's really dumb.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
That hits. Okay, so that is 2d8 at level 5. That is nice. 11 necrotic damage.
You want to do this?
Oh, no way.
Oh, that is the hit point.
Nice.
Okay, so as the spell activates, a skeletal hand just comes into existence and wraps itself around the bullywug, and it just quivers and shrieks a little bit, and then you see this little puff of light just come out of its mouth, and it collapses.
Oh,
I thought I was
that's
edgy.
so sad. Guys, I thought we were.
Bullywugs, you guys are just picking them off.
I didn't do anything.
Nayla, it's your turn.
Hey, so is there one bullywog left?
It is hidden.
The other bullywog is
Oh.
hidden? Oh boy.
I don't want you to hit it. It is hidden.
Dang.
It's hidden behind the owl
alright,
bear.
fine.
It's hanging onto the owl bear's belly.
I can see the owl bear though, yeah. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out how rogues work. So I'm going to try and kind of pop out so I can use my hand crossbow and try to fire that at the owl bear.
Okay.
And I will hit. I'm gonna use my sneak attack on that as well.
Okay.
And it's not a surprise because I was hidden, right?
No,
Surprise!
it's not.
Surprise is only that surprise round, and that's it, right?
Yeah, because
Okay.
they already know that you're hiding somewhere.
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure. Like I said, first
Yeah.
time playing a rogue, so.
All good.
Okay, that is 21 to hit,
Bro.
bro. I know what you want.
Yes, that hits.
All right, now we roll in 4d6 here, please. Ooh, okay, that's nice. Okay, we deal with that. That is 19 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to then again hide.
Okay.
In the trees we go.
Reginald.
Yes. Is it just the owlbear?
No.
Okay.
Well, for you, yes.
Yeah.
Visible, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the owlbear again.
Okay.
Wait. That's a 20, not natural.
Yes.
Disappointment and pain in you, actually.
I know.
Oh, hey, there we go.
I was like, there's an owl bear, and you guys were all like, oh no, and then you guys were like,
That,
I'm not
that's
gonna lie.
be-
My initial plan was to try to get the owl bear on our side of the fight.
Me too.
well,
Well, you have a child in your party, so 4 damage.
I was gonna say you blame the people who didn't pass their stealth.
doubles our HP and yeah, my owl bear hasn't even gone yet.
3. Yeah, so it's gonna be 4 damage. I rolled a 1 for damage.
On my owl bear.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
See, there's your bad roll.
Yep. Is that it for your turn?
I'm gonna giggle.
You take an attack of opportunity.
Honestly, I'd be okay with it.
Reginald.
Alright, well, the owl bear is gonna go in right with his claws on Reginald, who's right in front of it.
Oh dear.
Are you
Okay.
are you raging right now?
No,
or else he wouldn't have been able to cast a spell.
Oh, that's
I
true.
didn't cast a spell.
Oh no. Oh wait, he's going on mixed characters. We got two barbarians over here.
Yep.
Well, his claw is not gonna work, but then he's gonna go in with his beak.
Nom nom.
That's a 21 to hit.
Oh damn.
I don't think that hit.
I
Reaction
think that
shield.
hits.
I have 30 armor class.
That's gonna be 10 piercing damage.
Ouchie.
Munch, 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 munch.
I'm just saying.
And then it's my bullywug's turn, and my last bullywug's gonna come running out of the forest. And hold on,
I just love that image. I just picture like a little Ewok. I know. I just picture like a little Ewok, like or something, but a frog.
Yeah.
Coming in like.
I just like I don't think it can like run straight or like side hops.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Horace, are you up with the? Yeah, you are up with the animals because my bullywug's gonna try and hit Horace because the other one failed to do so.
And is dead at his feet, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they're like so.
Sword in there.
It's coming in with its bite first. It's gonna and
like
ooh,
frogs with teeth.
that's a 22 to hit. It's 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then gonna attack you with its spear, which is a 15 to hit.
It doesn't hit.
That does not hit. So, yeah, it misses. Clearly.
Oh, these poor little bollywogs.
Yeah, you guys are so mean.
Hey, this is not as bad as what my players did to a little tribe of bullywogs in the middle of this little swamp area. They literally set the entire village on fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why are people so mean to bullywugs? They did nothing wrong.
More like bullied victims.
Mind you,
I mean,
they did capture their friends, so
I was
Okay.
planning on trying to speak to them. I know a fair few languages, but then they
Can't
started
speak
attacking us. We
bullywug?
started attacking them.
Hold on.
I
Do
mean,
you
we
speak
definitely did-
bullywug? 'Cause
seems
that's
a
what
little
they
too late for
speak.
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
they're legit.
it would have
Frog
failed
folk
then.
language is
He did say
wild.
try.
Like
He did say
mad
try.
specific.
Yeah, Axel.
I'm just gonna keep consistent here and cast another firebolt at the owlbear. And kind of sees this bullywug that's just kind of like swinging and missing at Horace, and he's like, all right, I'm more worried about that thing, and he fires.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, ha! Nope. That's his turn.
Oh.
All right.
I rolled a 2.
Hold on, that bullywug's dead. That bullywug is dead. Horace.
Do you guys know that one TikTok where it goes dun 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 dun?
Da 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 da
Yeah,
da
watch me
da
turn
da
this
da
bullywug
da
into
da.
I'm going to take both of my attacks.
All right.
This one that just hit me, I'm gonna turn around and look down at it.
Oh. It's
19.
not that small. Yes, a 19 will hit.
The second one is a 15.
Yes.
All right. So for the first damage, it is 11,
Finish him.
and the second one is
No.
Huh?
Finish him with the first hit.
oh, that's it.
I mean, you
Don't
can
need
slash
to
at a
go
body.
slashing up a dead body.
I mean,
Do you cleave
So
him in two and then cleave him into four?
Oh, please no.
Got a double tap.
It's like strikes him with
Exactly.
the spear, and he just like his spine gets elongated. Then he turns around, looks at it, turns his head, and he's just gonna decapitate him.
Oh,
Guys, I actually feel bad for how quickly we're tearing apart these.
Little frogs.
Thank you, Lucas.
I only
At
did-
least
I
someone
only-
cares.
I just
didn't
mean
do
on a
much.
moral perspective, we kind of just attacked on sight and slaughtered this group of.
Hey, they were hostile toward us. What do you want?
Imagine this was a family.
Nayla is an assassin. Okay, she kills for a living. Okay.
Hey, I
Imagine,
didn't say Axel feels bad.
imagine this was a family of bullywugs and an owl bear, and we just slaughtered.
Then arrives the king.
The owl bear
bullywug.
was their pet.
Imagine, I
Oh,
picture
dear.
that. As soon as we
It's
found out there was
inevitable.
3 of them and an owl bear, I'm like, yo, they have an owl bear as a pet. Good for them.
No, they do not. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Next up, after Horace is Sylvanus.
You're free, owl bear. Go.
okay.
Actually playing it chill so that we will be surprised when we just get torn apart by the next encounter.
So currently Reginald is in melee combat with the owlbear. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Sylvanus is gonna be like, oh no, and he's gonna try and get between the owlbear and Reginald. We're not in
It's
between,
not
but just
really- next to.
Okay.
get in there anyway. And as he's moving, he's going to take out his warhammer, and he's going to
Nice.
attack twice.
Twinsies.
Okay.
Nice.
Are you raging?
I am not.
Wait,
No.
Neither one of
How do
you
you get to
rage.
attack twice?
Extra attack.
Yeah, I get
When
it
you're
at
fifth level, you get
At
extra
left
attack.
level. Yeah. That's what
Ye-
barbarians get.
I guess that's what I get for only
That's
having
what I
one.
get.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you missed that level.
barbarian.
So the first one's a
bard.
7.
Oh no, I only have one level in
A
barbarian.
7.
Oh,
to hit?
oh.
7 to hit on the first attack.
It doesn't hit.
Nope.
I thought it was vice versa.
That's a 9 to hit on the second one.
9 doesn't hit.
Its
Nope.
AC was actually 8.
I should stick to the spell casting. I am a skinny barbarian.
We love that.
Is that the rest of your turn?
Be the barbarian.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, Nayla.
My turn. I'm gonna pop out of the bushes and fire off another hand crossbow with as my sneak attack. Okay, so. Dear Lord. Oh, let me just double check. 11 to hit?
That will not hit.
Damn.
Your
Okay.
arrow goes flying past.
Crap, he moved.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to dip out again. I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Reginald.
Yes.
I don't want to be found. Are you kidding me?
Does the owlbear look happy with his current health state?
He looks like halfway through he was really
Oh,
close to dying, but then somehow magically he looked way better.
Oh.
That's good. I'm happy for him. I'm not that happy.
He
for
looks
us.
like the
I'm happy
DM
for
crossed
him.
out the health and then
It
dumped.
looks like the DM may or may not have beefed up
The DM's actually been sitting there crossing out the number 0 over and over again every time we've dealt damage.
Every hit does 1 damage regardless of what we roll.
Don't call me out.
All right, let's see if I can do some magic-y stuff.
That moment when you've been doing sneak attack wrong.
Dang, all my
Matthew, I thought, aren't you using your crossbow?
I do, but it's when I have when you hit if you have advantage on the attack roll, which I didn't. So
Oh.
LOL. Now we know.
By being hidden, you should gain advantage on an attack, though, I think.
But they know where he is. Like, they kind of know he's there.
I don't have any spells that are
I
for,
think
like, 20.
like they would not be able to find him to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Sorry. Yes. What are you doing, Reginald?
All I can do is hit. All my spells are like funny. They're not for combat.
Haha.
Love
Yes.
I'm gonna hit again. I'm gonna try to hit again. I'll be nice. I'll use my curse die.
Yeah, Neela, just so you know, you also get sneak attack damage if you're with.
That's gonna be a 9 to hit.
If another enemy is, if another enemy of the target. Oh. Enemy of the target being your ally.
Like
which you guys were. So
yeah.
But I thought it was only if you ran up and did it.
No, it's with finesse or ranged weapons for sneak attack.
Sorry, Reginald, what are you doing?
Sorry, don't mean to distract.
I was nice, so I rolled with my cursed die, and I got a 9 total.
Okay, that will not hit.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. My owlbear is going to reach out at Sylvanus, who is right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to try and scratch and claw you. And that's going to be 16 to hit. Oh, no!
Does not.
I like that your dodge motion was kind of the thriller there.
But then he's immediately going to try and bite you right after. And that's a 24 to hit.
That does hit. Yep.
Now with the +2 to AC. Does that head up to 25?
No.
And that's going to be 15 piercing damage.
All right. 15.
And that's my owlbear's turn. Axel.
Okay. Oh man, the owlbear was last in the initiative. That's sad. Poor owlbear. Okay. Which means it's gonna take another round of beatings. I feel bad now. Okay. So, do I spend another spell slot? No, I'm having fun with Firebolt. I'm gonna keep this party train rolling, and keep casting the same cantrip over and over again.
Okay.
20.
Oh.
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
All right. So take the max of it and then just add
whatever dice you roll.
Okay, so 2d10, the max would be 20, so
20.
then 2d10 rolling, which was 8 and 2, so 30 damage altogether.
All right, kill the
Holy.
owlbear.
Huh?
Wow,
How do
that
you
was
wanna
so
do it?
strong.
Okay, so it's kind of sitting there, and like I've been shooting the firebolts at the same spot over and over again, so it's just kind of like singeing, and then the third one that fires, it goes up in flames.
Nice.
I just kind of on the fire.
And just as this owlbear sort of like falls to the side in flames, you guys hear this piercing scream from within somewhere in the forest.
I thought you meant from within the owlbear. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
me
no!
too.
Owlbear screams.
Maria just crawls out of the owlbear. Thank you.
The fifth warlord.
You freed me.
End of the game. Good game, guys. Question. Cantrips. I can just cast like as often as I want, right?
Yep.
Yeah, unless you're raging.
Okay, cool. Because I've never played a spellcaster before, except for like last game, and I used one spell. And
Cantrips are no resource expended.
that's awesome because I actually had one that does damage I didn't know.
Could I go up to Sylvanus, I'm sorry?
Yep.
Let's say I'm gonna lean over and say, "Did we go too far?
Did we what? Sorry.
Did we go too far?"
Yes.
And he looks around at all the carnage.
Nayla wants to come out of the bushes.
Am I still a
is-
bush?
This is not how I usually handle situations.
The whole time, Reginald was just like a Fortnite bush.
Fortnite bush. Ew! Oh my god.
This is a bush with a hammer.
Wait, was he an awakened tree? I cast fireball.
No, Lucas, no!
You recognize my pants coming out from underneath the bush.
I'm gonna take the bullywog
As a-
head as a trophy.
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
I'm taking the bullywog head that I decapitated as a trophy.
Oh, okay.
Can I
Wow,
loot the
that's
owlbear?
really
I,
dark.
You can loot the owlbear.
I was gonna say Nayla like Nayla acrobatically comes out of the tree, she just like swoops down and then immediately walks over to the bullywogs and starts trying to pickpocket them.
Yeah, you find nothing on the bullywugs because
Dang.
they're bullywugs. And on the owlbear, every single thing has been burnt.
I found a lot of
I would
birds.
just like to say, I'm pretty sure in the drawing of bullywugs in the book, all they're wearing is a loincloth. So, Neil, what are you doing?
They have
Well,
a shirt.
she said armor. They have a shirt.
shirt.
They have a shirt. Plus, she said they
Oh,
had
they have a
armor.
shirt? Okay.
So
Oh,
They have a
Every
shirt and
rogue
a
in-
loincloth.
Does every rogue look like the one in the book? I don't think
Yes.
every
I'm
rogue is
making my
one
characters
thing.
wrong.
so. I've been doing this wrong the whole time.
Oh.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I guess we just keep moving.
Swimming.
I-
Just keep.
yes. I think it's
Sylvanas
time.
is just taking a few deep breaths to kind of calm himself down. He's just like, oh, that was quite the scare. I just moved without even thinking. But my God, Reginald, you're such a courageous young boy.
That
I can't
thing
believe
was
it.
fluffy.
Indeed.
Reginald
Certainly
and
is-
Sylvanas, you two took damage, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
I did.
Are you two all right?
Ah!
Oh,
Oh. Let me help. Let me help. And
Okay.
he like kind of has both of you stand next to each other.
Yep.
And then he twin spells cure wounds on both of you.
What is
Oh, sweet.
Axel wearing?
White robes, like white wizard. That's a really concerning question. White wizard robes.
what are you
Um,
wearing?
And is your do you have a hood up or something?
No hood.
No hood. Okay.
Uh,
Is
he
Nayla?
just-
Are you still have your hood up?
Yeah.
In
Okay,
fact,
it gets pulled down, and you just hear giggles.
Ah,
Hey, pixies!
Those pixies.
Ah.
yeah.
She like out of instinct of like someone tugging on her rope, she pulls out her like hand crossbow and just kind of like points. Just kinda like-
Mhm.
yeah.
I-
Sylvanas
And
has
she puts it away.
Sylvanas has a chunk kind of taken out of his robe at the arm, and he's bleeding just a little bit. It's like, yeah, he got me pretty good there.
I put
Yes,
on.
he did. Haha.
I put
Just a
So,
mere,
on.
just a
DM,
mere flesh
uh,
wound.
do I for twin spell? Do you want me to roll 2 separate healing die for each one of them, or one healing die for each one of them, or just one roll and give them both the same number?
I mean, no, it doesn't matter to me.
All right, I'm just gonna roll one and give them both the same number because that's
Because it's a
easier.
healing, I don't mind. If it was an attack, I'd probably make you do separate.
That's fair.
But
Okay,
this
so it's
I
gonna be
really-
7 plus 4. You both regain 11 HP.
Yay.
Nice.
I'm at
Good
full.
math,
good.
Lucas. I'm proud.
When
Thanks,
when
basic
the
addition is
pixies
my strong suit.
when the pixies pulled down the what's his face's cloak.
Nayla's
yeah.
hood.
I didn't know who it was.
Yes, it's me.
I look around and I'm just like, and then I put on the cloak.
Oh,
The hood.
and it
Yeah.
gets
The
pulled
hood's
down.
the hood's attached to my robe.
Just gets
Well, I don't
pulled
have a
down
robe. I have a cloak.
to your shoulders.
Let's
So-
try on for these pixies.
And you guys hear another scream.
We
Uh-oh.
go.
Yeah,
Axel,
did you forget about that?
we super did. We super forgot.
Yeah, sorry, we did.
I didn't.
Oh, I hear
Every
screams.
time, Lucas. Every time you play.
I hear screams
I
every
don't know.
night as I sleep. I just get used to them after a while.
What I talk about
True.
Sylvanas?
Edge alert. Okay. Axel goes,
Where the
oh,
screen-
we should go help whatever that is.
Yes.
Let's get moving.
Let's go.
Yes.
But there's
Thank you, Axel.
pixies.
um,
Maybe you should cast that dancing light spell again. That was
I-
useful.
cast dancing lights, so now the party's surrounded by these these lights that are just kind of
Yes.
going
Thank you.
By the
around
way,
us.
I am maintaining Shield of Faith on both you, Reginald, and you, Sylvanus.
Oh,
So
nice.
As long as until 10 minutes pass, you guys have that.
Cool.
Hey.
Okay.
So we head toward the screaming.
Yeah, well, so the clear path is sort of towards the river. You're not really sure where you heard it from. And so you
Can
guys...
I make a perception check to see if I can know where it's coming from?
Yes.
I mean, if you don't want me to, just say so.
No,
and I
you
won't
can.
roll,
Go ahead.
That is my expertise, perception. So 23.
Yeah, so it's somewhere in the distance, but you think like following this path will get you part of the way.
We should just keep moving on this path. We should make it soon.
Okay, and
We
then I
must
kind of go.
make haste, though.
I just go.
Sure. And as you are going, Horace, you see a glimpse of a small boy's face in the woods, but it is like it's a spirit essentially, but you see his face and it kind of just beckons you to keep following the path.
Oh.
I'm gonna nod, and I'm also gonna nod the bullywog head, and then just continue walking.
Sees child in the woods. Look at this head.
Look what I got.
Oh.
Oh dear.
I think we should continue. There's a thing, and he's just gonna like thumbs up and just
Cool.
kind of freaked out.
About 15 minutes later, Reginald, you see a boy's face in the woods, and it just kind of like points to you to keep following the path and then disappears.
Okay. And then I go where it told me to go.
Sure, it's just keep going the path.
No,
Soon enough.
No, I'm gonna go over to where I saw the ghost. I'm just like,
Where'd you go?
So there's nothing where you go. Where there's nothing now.
all right.
Did you see something, Reggie?
Yeah, there's a guy.
Reggie.
Yeah,
Oh
people
my
call me
goodness.
Reggie.
Love it.
Like even at LARP when I'm not a child.
What do you mean there was a guy?
There was a guy. I mean, it's like a boy. There was a kid, and he was there. And what color was the ghost? Was it like blue? Was it like a Star Wars ghost?
Yeah.
It was
Das Heckin'
blue,
Obi-Wan
and then
Kenobi.
it was like kind of see through, and then it was gone. And I wanted to make a friend, and then they were like, no.
They're like, no.
They're like, no. They were like, no.
No.
Horace, this sounds almost exactly like the ghost that you saw. This description. The spirit. You don't have to say anything, but just so you know, it is the same. Soon enough, you all arrive at the bank of the river. There's probably 30 feet from the woods to where the river ends.
Good. I needed to cash a check.
And Nayla, from your earlier perception check, you know that you should be going downriver. So you start to kind of lead downriver. And as you go, you see a glimpse of a small boy on the other side of the river. And he's like kind of encouraging you to keep going down that direction.
Hi.
No, you don't see it.
Oh.
I do though.
Only Nayla.
So I see the small child, and I just kind of nod my head and just keep walking.
I look over to where she's looking.
There's nothing.
I keep looking.
I turn around to make sure everyone's still following me.
I'm not. I'm looking.
Reginald. Keep
What?
up.
What were you looking at? Wait, sorry.
What were you looking at?
It doesn't matter. Keep up.
Okay.
She don't play.
You guys continue downriver. You start to hear what sounds like someone crying, maybe a woman crying. And as you get closer, Sylvanus, you see a small boy in a spirit shape just kind of like point downriver. And as you look, you start to see a white kind of blur very, very far in the distance.
Does anybody else see that?
Do you what, Sylvanus?
Yeah, it's a
Well,
tree.
I just the boy that you were all mentioning. He appeared and he's pointing out something to me over there. Do you see? There's a white silveryness over there. There's something blurry.
You all saw
Anybody
the
who
same
wants
boy.
to look can roll perception.
I'll do
will.
that.
I'll roll perception, and as I do, I kind of like look and I go, if you all saw the same child, I fear this may be the spirit of one of the drowned children guiding us,
19.
Oh no.
which means we will likely find his mother soon enough.
What do we look? What is this? A
Perception.
There we go.
16.
I don't know my perception modifier. 19 total.
Okay,
No,
so
15,
everybody.
15.
Okay, so you are all able to see a sort of white shape as you guys kind of look in the distance.
Ready.
Everyone be on edge. That could be the ghost we are looking for.
All right, I walk up to the edge of
Possibly.
the bank of the river, and I just keep walking along the edge of the river.
Because you said be on edge. Nice.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Very nice. All right. So
How long have you been walking?
how long have you been walking?
Mm-hmm.
Like in what sense?
As of a spell.
Wise.
Oh, it's been more than 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, she said
Bummer.
15 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
Not
okay.
sorry.
Yeah, so you guys lose the +2 to AC.
Yeah.
Yep. I've already marked that down.
The only reason that it's been more than 10 minutes is because Ashley doesn't want us to have the AC anymore.
That is fair enough.
Say it louder.
Right on the
Did
Did anyone's gear get damaged in the fight against the owlbear and the bullywugs? And as you can
Axel-
see, I'm casting some magic. The other cantrip I have is
Mending?
mending.
Are you variant human with the magic initiative feat?
I am.
I knew it.
He is. Sylvanus is a librarian and he just loves information. So in his researches, he has come across a few spells. So that's how I'm.
I love that. That's great.
Adorable.
Axel,
I love
knowing
it.
he hasn't taken any damage, checks his gear.
Oh, Nayla knows she's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Who else was attacked? Horace and Reggie?
Mhm.
Yeah.
clearly not enough of you.
Okay.
So how do you guys want to proceed? You see this white thing in the distance.
I think forward might be fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Sylvanus is just gonna rush forward. He's quite excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
Okay,
you
so
using your full dash?
No, he's
Like-
just gonna move at a good pace. If he wasn't in front, he is now.
like forward as in toward the spirit or like
Towards the wispy spirit thing that he can see in the distance.
There's more.
Axel is going to. I look at the party and I go, how much do we care about being noticed by whatever might be ahead?
I prefer to keep things silent and in the shadows
Okay.
myself.
As you were responding to that, he like picked up a pebble, cast light on it, and was like about to throw it, and then he heard you say that, and he went, "All right," and he puts it back down.
This woman is as dangerous as they say. We might want to keep careful.
Yes.
Agreed. Reggie, I did not mean stand on the edge of the river. I meant be on your guard, friend.
Well, you gotta be specific. There's no guards here for me to stand on.
Be on
Plus, they're
alert.
people. I can't own them.
Just be ready for a fight, Reginald.
Okay.
Horace's face is the woman with all the math calculation going on.
This is how my brain works out of character.
I love it. I
Uh,
love
I'm
it.
So you're okay. So we got Sylvanas is just kind of charged headfirst to this spirit. We should make sure he's okay and follow him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If he genuinely is rushing up ahead, I'll follow behind him. Not behind him, but behind him.
I turn to specifically look at Reginald and say, "Please, keep up."
What?
she grabs you by the arm and just starts dragging you with us.
My right foot dips into the river. But then I just start following you.
It's very big sister energy, just grabbing you and bringing you.
Get going, yeah.
Get going.
As you start to get closer to this white shape, you start to see that it's a woman in a white dress and a veil, hunched over, crying by the edge of the river, just absolutely sobbing.
You okay?
100% the spirit we're looking for.
Are you asking that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you start to talk, like the second you start to talk, you hear my voice in your head, and you see me pointing my finger at you, and he's just like, "Do not alert her."
Okay, so then I just.
I was casting message, by the way, out of mechanics.
I am going to dip in the tree line so that I'm like hiding.
How do we do? We wanna?
Do you want me to roll for stealth for that? Or?
Doesn't matter.
Do we want to give this diplomacy, or do we want to just start the fight?
I'm gonna go. I was gonna go for diplomacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to try it, go for it.
So as I'm rushing up and approaching, I'll
So
take
you guys want to get like within 30 feet kind of thing for your diplomacy thing?
I don't like the
Very
specifics
weirdly
of this.
specific.
We're actually standing 31 feet away. That's very important.
Good to know.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
I use my magical tape measure
towards you.
We move 1 foot back. I'm not actually with them though. I haven't moved.
Yeah.
He actually uses his magical tape measure to measure out 30 feet or 31 feet.
So I'm just gonna glance back at the rest of the party and just nod, be like,
"Oh, okay, yeah."
It's all right.
I guess if you two both seem to want to, like, Reginald or Axel sees Reginald and Sylvanas both not want to start this as a fight right away, and he goes, all right. And he begins to approach her, and he went, "I am so sorry for what happened to you."
You go up to the thing and say that?
Yeah.
Watch it not be her. Watch it just be some random woman.
You guys said diplomacy. I'm doing diplomacy.
I never said diplomacy. I was just gonna scream.
That was my plan.
Good plan.
No, not the screaming.
You sort of hear the crying and the sobbing just turn into little sniffles and kind of hiccups for air, like kind of thing. Seems to be calming a little bit.
I thought it was about to turn into laughter, and I got scared.
Are you Maria?
Sorry, real quick. I'm just up in the tree. I have my crossbow, my hand crossbow ready just in case anything starts going down.
Okay. Me?
Yes.
I'm gonna need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
What?
What do you expect?
No.
Well, I know that, but I mean.
Oh dear, that's not great.
That's a D12.
I have proficiency in that, and I rolled a nat 1.
Buddy, I have. Oh god, that's a 5.
I have 11.
So we're all gonna die.
We're all charmed.
Hold on. Okay, wait. Axel rolled a
Nat 1.
Nat 1?
Sylvanus rolled an
11.
Nayla rolled a
5.
Horace rolled a
22.
Okay.
I'm really regretting not taking charm person right now, guys.
And Reginald rolled a
So I rolled, and it looked like a 20, but it was cocked. So I rolled again, and I got a 7.
If it is a charm thing, I have advantage on it. If it is, because I'm an elf.
I know.
Okay.
Horace,
Then never mind. We're good.
every one of your allies drops to 0 hit points.
I'm having major PTSD. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no,
This
not this again.
woman lets out the most terrifying, horrific wail you have ever heard before in your life.
Where'd you get
As
that
you
whale?
watch everybody drop to
I just
0.
dropped out of the tree.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you fall. As you watch everybody fall to 0 hit points, you
There's spit.
take 10 psychic damage.
Oh, there's spit. Oh God. Oh,
Wait, I'm waiting for the chat to catch up.
Where was Horace at?
Horace was right behind Axel.
What?
Yeah, I told you. I walked behind you.
Yeah, he made his save. I'm having a nap.
I'm so confused. Why did?
I should have just lied and
Oh,
said
because
that
you
20
saved. I'm
worked.
stupid.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Ashley. I was actually kidding. I got a nat 20.
No.
The one time I need
For
this
those
to work.
of you who have seen me DM, this is a common thing for me.
So
Many a time I like to drop my
Wait,
players
fun
to
fact.
0.
Fun fact for y'all, I had a Goliath barbarian who had about 60-something HP and dropped immediately to 0 from
Yeah,
this thing
well,
before.
I mean, I was almost at full hit points and I just went down and I had quite a few.
I assume resistance to
does-
necrotic doesn't do anything for me here.
Necrotic?
Yeah. All right.
does she look
No.
hostile?
Does she look hostile? Yeah, she's evil.
She
No,
just did that to us. What
Dropped
you
us all to
mean?
0. She dropped us all to 0 HP, but she just wants to talk.
She just wants to talk.
Don't barbarians have a thing
She was just
where,
trying
like,
to get alone with you.
Don't barbarians have a thing where, like, if they go to 0 hit points, they don't go
No,
to 0
that's
hit
half
points?
orcs.
Oh, okay.
That is half
Half
orcs.
orcs have that. Yeah.
I should have taken that as my class.
I know. You mean race?
No, I don't.
Oh, man.
No, I don't.
For the record, I wanted to start this with a sacred flame.
Oh boy.
My cantrip is also
decided
pretty
to do-
effective on undead, but I was hoping we could handle this more peacefully.
You decided to go and try to talk to them,
I
like
did.
right up at them, because you thought that we were going to, but that's not
I
what
was-
we were going to do.
I was kinda
everybody
hoping-
roll initiative.
I was kind of hoping the
Good luck, Mike.
I was really hoping that the tree line would have been at least 30 feet away, if not more. But apparently not.
Nope.
All right,
Ashley, why you do this to me?
Because I love you.
Because we rolled too well in the first combat.
Oh, we did too well, and she's just like, all right, bet.
Yeah, you guys
She legit said,
wrecked
all
my
right, bet.
bullywugs, and I was like, no.
They did. I didn't even attack your bullywug.
Fun fact,
You
the
attacked
spirit.
my owl bear.
Yeah. It's an owl bear.
Fun fact,
don't
the
care.
spirit transforms from a humanoid figure into a bullywug figure.
It's the king bullywug.
yeah.
Wow.
He says,
Ashley,
I'm back. Yeah.
just curious as to how you DM. Do you count natural 20s only for like critical
You
attacks?
rolled a nat 20 for your initiative.
I did, and
Okay,
with my
so-
dex, it's 23.
Okay, so so nat 20s are crit, but also in this case, you get advantage on your first attack. So I'll give you advantage on your first save.
Oh, well, that's nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can we also get advantage on our first save?
No.
I was nice to her. Do I get advantage?
I just want to. I'm just
No.
gonna say.
I
you're-
sympathized with her. I empathized with her loss.
No. What did everyone else roll?
I rolled a 22.
Jeez, y'all are rolling way too high for me this time.
I have +9 initiative. I don't know what you want from me.
I was nice to you. I used my cursed die, and this is what you do to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to my DM style.
Thanks. It hurts.
Ask Dylan and Lucas.
Yeah, this is true.
Have I DM'd for you before, Michael? I think so. Yeah, I have. In the Jurassic
Jurassic
Park one
Park.
shot. Haha, my death shot.
Ashley swings back and forth between making you feel bad for how good you're doing and then just absolutely wrecking you.
I feel like
This
she
is
does both
facts.
simultaneously.
It's gonna be
She
a
puts
chill-
you on the highest pedestal. That way you fall that much harder when you fall.
It's gonna be a
Exactly.
chill game tonight, guys.
Or the highest branch.
Euro hit.
Oh yeah.
I wish someone had
Oh,
told me
boy.
that before I like played a character that I have like an attachment to.
Never
Oh,
play a character you're attached
big
to in one
yikes.
shots.
Well, I mean, that's a problem for me because
Thriller.
I get attached to all of mine, so it's okay.
Thriller
I'm
But
We're
this
all
is my
undead
LARP
now.
character. Like I love this character so
he's
much.
about to have a blemish on his
Um,
histoy, okay?
What did
He's not supposed
Axel
to die until
get?
he's 17.
I've got a nat 20 and I really need you to not ask about that or question it.
Thank
I rolled a 9.
you.
Dang, that's my initiative.
That's your modifier. Oh my god.
What did Horace get?
10.
Wow. 10. What did
Someone said-
Reginald get?
Someone said I want Ashley to be my DM, and Jay was like,
No, you
No, you
don't.
I got 32.
What? Oh my god.
I got a 14.
Thank you.
Just pray to Danny DeVito and he'll help you.
Hey, if it worked for
Oh, guys, he plays a paladin in my campaign. And he's
Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito. So we always go.
I've actually had a cleric in a one shot that I played save the entire party with a divine intervention, and their god was Danny DeVito.
No, yes,
that's-
So
that's
Danny
amazing.
DeVito gave us power
That's
word mass
literally
heal.
what it is. Last session, he prayed and asked for someone to reveal which one the succubus was because she was like disguised as someone, and
Mhm.
the roof fell on her.
So anyway, I started casting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Oh.
I do because I'm an indestructible monkey wrench for DM. I will. See, there we go. All right. Sylvanus, you are up first.
Okay, so death saving throws. I get 2 d20s because of advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad I had that. So it's just a straight up if it's higher or lower than 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got 1 is 14, the other was 8, so 1
14,
success.
That's a save.
1 save.
Naila.
Ashley, I just want to say one of my DMs is in chat right now watching this, and
17.
I'm very scared that you're giving him ideas.
Which one is it?
The campaign with the hexblade that died, where I'm playing the bard now.
No, I meant which person is it?
Oh, in Deology Archives.
Hello. Take all of my ideas. Please message me
take them.
privately, and I will tell you how to torture Focus.
Take her ideas away from her.
No, we can share.
No.
Sorry, you said 17, Naila?
Yeah, that's 1 save.
And now it's my things. Okay. My
Oh, no.
woman is going to stand up and try to reach out and touch Horace.
I'm sorry, what creature did you say it was?
Hey,
A woman. Said it was a
Maria.
woman.
Maria.
personal space, woman.
Okay, so that is going to be only a 7 to hit. She kind of freezes and second questions.
I
Got
know.
any
Ready.
healing?
Okay, Reginald, your time.
That is going to be in a 6.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
It's okay. If I'm gonna die, I'll just lie about my rolls.
Can't do it
That's
now.
a joke. It was a joke, Ashley.
Horace, it is your turn.
Alrighty, wow. How big can a banshee or
A
this-
what?
No.
Oh, what now?
Sorry,
She is
Nothing.
not a banshee. Thank
Sorry,
you.
I have
She is a
followed.
spectral woman,
She
and
is
you
a
will respect her
homebrew
as
creature.
such.
She is homebrew. Thank you.
Legally
How
distinct
large is
banshee.
she?
It's a medium
Damn it.
creature.
Sorry for my words.
It is not a banshee. Maybe some parts of banshee have made it into this creature.
How far can a bullywog head fit in her mouth?
Oh my god.
You still have a head?
I don't think so. She looks like a regular woman, just like spirit form. So I don't think a full bullywig. A bullywig, I think, is also a medium creature.
Okay. Dang.
If you push really, really hard, it probably can.
No, if that's the case, I have to go for my 2 strikes. Dang. I'm gonna take out my longsword and just go. 23
Okay.
for the first hit,
Yeah.
and my second hit is another 23.
Yeah.
So the first damage is 8,
Cool.
and the second damage is 7, and I'm
Is this
going.
slashing?
Yes, and I'm also going to use my telekinetic strike.
Hold on.
hmm,
Hold on.
sure.
I gotta do math. Okay.
She's resistant, guys.
She doesn't look as hurt as she should be.
Mm,
So what I'm about to hit her with is force damage.
Okay.
If only the person with like a lot of radiant damage was conscious.
Another 8 points of damage.
Cool.
Also, I just want to say I forgot about an ability that Divine Soul Sorcerers have to add 2d4 to a saving throw,
That's
and
a
I'm so
rip.
mad at myself right now.
Did you look at what Luan is saying?
Yeah.
She came in at the wrong
Hold
time.
on. Wait, what are you trying to put in her mouth?
A knife! No!
And is that it for your turn?
Let
Scary
me.
question.
As a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no. Can I back away from her?
Yes. Oh, by the way, she stopped screaming.
Okay.
Okay, good. That's
She
was
just
still
screamed,
screaming.
everyone dropped, and then she stopped.
Okay.
I'm gonna back away and just hold up my shield up against her, and that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, cool. Axel.
Man, I wonder what I'm gonna do on my turn. There's so many
I
options.
wonder, there's so many options. What
There's
sword are you gonna
so many
fight
different
with?
things. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh fun. That's one death save failed.
Oh. I like keeping track of all my S's and F's. It makes me feel powerful.
Are there any modifiers to death saves? Like, do you add con?
No.
Nope.
Dang.
It's just
if
just
it's above a
straight
10,
D12
it's
rolls.
chance.
Dang
Yup.
it.
Silver.
If I could add 1 to my roll, I would have passed that.
What'd you get, a 9?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Mm.
Sucks. Sylvanus.
Good luck,
Ah.
Boris.
Here we go. Number 2. That's a 6.
Oh no.
No.
Remember when Ashley was like asking us to roll lower?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Luana, BTW, she stopped screaming.
Yeah. In a mood, I don't know what it is.
BTW, guys, she's totally feeling better now.
She totally has stopped screaming. She's not crying anymore. She
Sorry,
just,
you guys.
She
was,
did
you
her
know what?
breathing.
Me.
She did her
Guys.
breathing exercises.
She was a little stressed out, but she went to therapy and she's feeling so much
Did some
better.
yoga.
Yeah, did some yoga, had a nice jasmine tea. Nayla.
Boy, please not 20. Please, please for the love of
Is that a fail?
That's a 7.
Okay.
I went from 17 to 7.
Someone, how words from God. How many people are down?
All but
Oof.
one.
What? You couldn't.
And now my creature is going to enter the border of the ethereal plane, and now nothing can affect her.
And now we
Unless
all wake
Wait,
up.
also
nothing as
enter
in
the
what?
ethereal plane.
And now we all wake up?
No.
Yeah.
Ah.
She took our damage with her.
Could someone do that for me in real life,
Reginald.
please?
I don't know why I was holding 2 dice. That is going to... Oh, I don't add anything. That's going to be 15.
That's a save. Success, whatever.
Can it be 15 saves? So then we can
No.
all... Okay, fine.
Horace, it is your turn.
So she's just gone.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Sort of.
Horace-
You can see her, but you can't do anything that will affect her.
That what the ethereal plane is? I thought it was different.
No, she's on the border of the ethereal
Oh.
plane.
And the river has a current, right?
It does.
I'm gonna
Currently.
run. Can I take 2 hands, like 2 of my companions' hands, and start dragging them towards the river and throwing them in, face up, so they can still breathe?
I was about to say.
Let's do a strength check.
I'm a
Okay.
child, so I should be easy.
I'm taking Sylvanus and I'm taking Nayla.
Okay.
I'm over by the wait.
Oh, you're
I'm by the trees. I'm not near the
tree,
river.
Right, so I'll take Axel and I'll take Sylvanus.
I
Oh,
hope none of us are wearing armor that's going to weigh us down in the river. I am not.
I
17.
am also not.
Hopefully it's not a deep river. It's just more like a stream.
I got a
Okay.
17.
You guys be
so
real
you-
careful
You were
about
able
that
to
face up.
throw them in the water
Is the stream starting to carry them?
a little bit.
All right.
I
I don't
All
like
right,
the way you're
and-
saying that, Ashley.
There might be fishies in the water that are going to get us.
There's
I
a
don't know.
waterfall
I need
just
to get
50
the-
feet the other direction.
There's a water Tarask.
Bang it on.
First thing I can think of, and I'm gonna
Oh,
run.
Ashley, what did you do?
No!
What are you
No!
doing to us?
Ghosts of Maria's children just come up.
Don't tell me we're about to go over a huge waterfall.
Oh.
Sharp rocks to the bottom?
Yes.
Most likely.
She's
Bring it
trying
on.
so hard to poker face.
And after
The
that,
DM doesn't TPK, Horace does.
Or is
I'm
Ashley
gonna
is
run
like, they
over-
really did the one thing that wins to kill them boys. Okay.
I'm gonna run in front of Reginald.
them
and
in the
then throw
water?
shield.
You're gonna run in front of. Is Reginald? Who's in the water now? Sorry, who did you throw?
Sylvanus and Axel.
Water.
Reginald and Nayla are still there.
Yo.
Yeah.
And you're gonna run in front of Reginald.
Reginald. Yeah.
Okay, is that your turn?
Mhm.
Axel, go ahead and make a save.
With advantage, because I just have that cold water giving me the energy of life.
Sure, because you're creative.
15.
Cool.
So that's 1 save.
Okay. As these 2 bodies start floating down the river,
Oh no.
a water weird comes flying out of the water.
What? Oh, fun. That's really cool, funky, and fresh. Hey, thanks, Horace.
Horace, why? You couldn't just let things be.
But they're
That is
just chill
awesome.
with us being there because we're unconscious and not a threat, and definitely don't want to eat us.
That is
I mean,
awesome.
the intentions were there, my dude. They
If it
were
hits me,
there.
I'm dead.
What about a water normal?
No. Why? I
Things
feel
just
so
got
bad.
Oh, dear.
weird.
Things just got weird. That's what the
Um,
title of the episode should be now.
And
Yeah, 100%.
it is going, yeah, that's a good point. It is going to wrap itself around, oh, you have the same amount of fails.
Oh no.
Gotta
Wrap
kill one
itself
of us.
around Axel there.
R.I.P. Axel,
Um,
the
And
dude
it's
who has
going
the
to-
most radiant damage.
it's
Oh.
going to begin constricting. But considering you have like an armor, I'm still gonna roll to hit just because it might be dumb. Yeah, that's a 21 to hit.
I'm dead.
Who just said a Krogunk in chat? I love you.
I know.
16 bludgeoning damage.
I'm dead.
Grogunk. But hold on. You already had 2 death saves. Do you already have 2 fails?
I'm dead. Yeah.
What?
I
No,
wasn't
you
kidding.
had 1 fail.
I had 1 fail. Getting hit causes 2 more fails.
No, it causes 1.
No, it causes 1.
1.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Don't do that.
Okay. I thought. Are you? Okay. All right. I thought it was 2 fails.
So did we start with any healing potions?
And nope.
Yes.
We do? Or are you just starting to
Yes.
feel bad for us?
She's feeling bad for us.
She's. Guys, don't say it out loud. We need this to happen.
Do you actually want healing potions or not?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I would appreciate it.
A mystical
If only you could get them to the
figure
healer.
comes flying down
I was gonna say,
and
could get the
says,
sprites.
"Hello, my name is Kotar, and I am here to bless you with the magic of Danny DeVito." And he puts,
Is this a meta bird?
he puts 3
Yup.
supreme healing potions on the ground.
Yup.
Support.
I saw that coming. Yup.
Ashley is just like either extreme. Just you don't get
Yo,
to live, or
she's-
you're forced to live.
She's doing the exact same thing I would do. I am so proud of her.
Man, if only there was a healer in the party that you could get the potion to because he was lying on the ground in front of you and not in the arms of a water demon.
It's not a demon. It's a weird.
But only someone who had action surges up that can feed 2 potions at once.
Ooh.
If only there was a child.
Sylvanus, it is your turn.
All right. That's a 2. That's 2 fails.
My boy.
Oh no.
Ayla,
Please. That's a 6.
Accidental PPK.
Oh no. This
And,
is not going well.
with my creature's turn, it's coming right back onto the material plane. And that's its turn.
That's all?
Yep, that's
Okay.
all it can do. Reginald.
11.
Horace.
Horace
I'm
is
just
going to
saying.
run, grab 2 of the healing potions while he's running. Going to step into the river, going like, "Arr!" One of them is grappled by the water weird, right?
Yep.
Correct.
So for my
That
first
one
action, I'm
was
going to take
masculine
out
word.
and uncork one of the supreme healing potions, feed it to Sylvanus, who's in the water.
Okay.
Nice.
Action surge, I'm going to try, even though the water weird's grappling it, I'm going to try like step like into it, try like raise it up, at least pour it into its mouth, even though it's grappled.
Okay, let's try.
How many? What do I roll for a supreme healing potion?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I think it's 8d4.
34 plus 8?
8d4. Oh boy.
I think.
Supreme. Court of Canada. Nope. Supreme is 10d4 plus 20.
Wow.
What?
That's crazy. All right.
You're
10D.
welcome.
10d4 plus
Thank
what?
you.
Sorry.
20.
Jeez.
I don't have that many d4s. Okay. I'm just gonna have to roll them multiple times.
You know what? I'll give you the benefit that you can feed it to Axel. Yeah.
Okay, and Axel, you come up.
Okay.
And
10d4
I'm
plus
also-
20.
Yeah, 10d4 plus 20.
I'm going to, with the rest of my movement, run back onto the field. And also
Okay.
bonus action second wind myself.
Cool.
And that's going to end my turn.
Okay. Axel.
Cool.
Also, just
Sorry,
so you
I'm
know,
trying to get all my D4 out.
the person who came down and gave you guys potions is a shout out to Drew's character in my campaign. So like it's Red X forever. So when he's like, "May Danny bless your day," that's him.
I love it.
Yes, Axel, what are you choosing to do?
8, 12. All right, so I'm conscious. I'll do the math on how much health I have after my turn. I am going to bonus action cast Mass Healing Word.
Oh, bless.
Nice.
Thank goodness you kept it. You're
Yeah,
the one who gave us
I was
supreme
so
healing
close
potions.
to
I don't
that.
know what you mean.
I was so close to not keeping it.
You put us in this situation. I don't want to hear it.
So everybody is going to receive 1d4 plus spellcasting. I believe it's literally just regular.
Ooh,
Let me double
see
check.
what that is for my Lorena. Yay! She gets 18 health back.
I'm not healing you.
Girl.
You said everyone.
Girl, calm
I
yourself.
lied.
Wait, so it's 1d4 what?
Well, hang on. I'm gonna roll it for you. Well, I guess
Okay.
What?
DM, do I roll it or do they?
You. It's gonna be the same for everyone.
Yeah, 1d4
Yes.
plus spellcasting. Okay, so I need a d4 that was not involved in that healing roll I just did for myself. 2. Everybody gets 6 HP back. It's not much, but at least we're conscious.
That's something.
That's excellent.
And then
5
that
more
was my
minutes.
bonus action. For my action, I am going to. Can I try to get out of this grapple?
Yep. Make a strength.
All right. I'm glad that was a good roll because my strength is not a good stat.
Did he just wake up in the river suddenly? Like he was on land.
No, I
Yeah.
woke up grappled by a water thing.
Yeah.
Um,
You were on land, and the next thing you know, you're fighting a water weird in a river.
So I think RP wise, it makes more sense for this attempt to happen first, actually, but then the healing word will
Yeah,
happen after. But
sure.
either way, okay. So how does 15 hit you?
Yeah, you are able to wriggle your way out.
Great. I run away from the water.
So you get to the shore.
Yes.
Sure.
And that is gonna be my turn.
All right. It's my water weird's turn.
Okay.
It is going to try to grab Horace with its reach.
Okay. Is that gonna be an attack roll or saving throw?
That's gonna be an attack. 16?
Doesn't hit.
All right. Then it kind of lashes out, but snaps back as it doesn't leave the river.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Sylvanus.
All right. So I wake up. I'm in the river. How is it shallow enough that I can stand on the river bed?
Yeah, it's shallow enough that like when Horace ran in with you guys and dropped them off, like he's kind of like chest deep or whatever, dropped you guys off and ran back out. So like
Okay.
you don't have to have a swimming speed or anything.
Okay. I have a 40-foot movement speed because I'm fast barbarian.
Nice.
Is that enough to get me to shore with a move action? Cool.
Oh yeah.
So I will do that.
I'm generous in some aspects. And
She wants
greedy
to-
in others.
She wants to kill us in a fight, not through.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to shore, and that the ghosty thing that's still around, right?
Oh yes.
I am going to incur its wrath and cast Chill Touch on it.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, that's good. That is a 19 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is a cool spell because it does extra stuff against undead. So it's going to do 2d8. So that is 14 necrotic damage. And against an undead, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so as you reach out for your chill touch and cast necrotic damage, nothing happens to her.
She's not undead. Wait,
She is undead.
she's not undead though.
Okay.
That's a yikes.
Yeah, that is a yikes.
Yikes from me.
Can we get F in chat?
Right. Okay, well, I think that's all I can do for this turn.
Okay.
Wait, did you say the Qatar? Did you say the Qatar came down and gave
His name is
Three-
Qatar.
his name is Qatar from
It's
Danny
not-
DeVito?
It's a
Was
Danny
it-
DeVito.
Did you say 3 healing potions and then Horace grabbed
Yes.
2 of them? Okay,
Yes.
so one of them is still on the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, then as the rest of my turn, I'm just going to shout. Actually, I never saw the healing potions, so never mind. I probably wouldn't even notice it.
I'll give you the benefit that now that you've gotten there, you noticed it.
Okay, sure, I'll notice it and say, hey, what's that over there? Healing potion.
Nope.
Trying to get everybody to notice it.
Okay. Nayla.
Okay.
You wake up on the ground.
What happened? I kind of look over. I see stuff like water things coming out, attacking my friends, and I'm like, and I see this spectral woman over there still. I'm like, Miss, you won't get the best of me again. As I raise up my hand, it starts glowing in this color. It's like a violet color. As I cast Fairy Fire.
She screams.
So she has to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Hey. 13?
Ha! Just barely misses. 14.
Okay.
Which means, so she is now, she's outlined in a violet color. And for the duration, they shed 10-foot light dim light in 10-foot radius, and any attack roll against the affected creature has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature can't benefit from being invisible.
All right. How long does this spell last?
It's a minute.
Okay, cool.
And then I will use my bonus action to hide.
Got it. All right. This girl starts glowing. And now it is her turn. So I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, come on.
Not again.
I haven't even gone yet.
How many times I should get this thing?
Axel,
Okay.
what did you get?
I am going to use my sorcerer ability to add 2d4 to my saving throw because I am not going back down.
Wait.
Yes,
30-20.
he's there, Jay. 30-20, okay. Sylvanus.
16.
Okay. Nayla.
15. 10 better than last time.
Horace.
No, also a dirty 20.
And Reginald.
Well,
12. Okay. Everyone except for Reginald
Okay.
is okay. So she turns and looks at all of you. This is the first time you've really seen her face as she lifts her
You
veil,
can't see me.
and it is terrifying. So Reginald is now frightened for 1 minute, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn, which would end it.
what does
Everyone
frightened
who
mean?
succeeded,
Like, what's the mechanic do?
give me 10 seconds.
Everyone who succeeded drops down to 0 HP.
Brain has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while your source of fear is within line of sight.
Okay,
You can't willingly move closer
I can do stuff to it though, right?
at the range that you are at.
Yes.
Okay.
Lit.
And everyone else is immune to her horrifying visage.
Nice.
She's ugly.
And Reginald, it is your turn.
Okay. What is the difference between these two spells? I don't think is there a difference between Hideous Laughter and Tasha's Hideous Laughter?
No.
Oh, there's two separate things. What?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're just different wording for the same spell. I think mechanically they're the exact same.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna cast Hideous Laughter because who the hell is Tasha? I'm gonna say you look like my That's my joke. That's the joke I'm going with.
Well,
I'm gonna use this then.
She has advantage on the save.
Oh wait, no, yeah, you roll. Don't you?
I roll for a save.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save. 15.
A 19.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Okay.
Chaz says Tasha laughed harder.
Wait, what's her intelligence score?
+1.
No, not modifier, score.
12.
Okay, never mind.
Why?
Because a creature with intelligence score 4 or less isn't affected.
Oh
I guess
my
they don't get the
goodness.
joke. Yeah, that's it. I lose.
That's all? Okay.
16 plus 2, 18.
To
Then
save.
she takes
For the
half of
frightened
it.
save.
Oh no, for the
No, no,
save.
no, no.
Oh, for the save. Yes.
Because Hideous Laughter is an action, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it just was taking me a minute because all these numbers I didn't understand. Okay, so yes, you are now immune and you're not frightened anymore.
I understand. Numbers are hard.
You know what?
Don't. Because she's being mean to me more than, because you guys are rolling good. I'm not. Don't antagonize her.
Horace.
Just roll higher, forehead.
Is
I'm sorry, I
What
love
would
you,
you like
Steve.
to do?
Horace is going to run over to her and try to get her attention. And the only thing he can do, because spiders, 2 more strikes.
Cool.
Does a
Cool.
15,
Sorry.
15
yeah.
hit
Yep.
and a 22.
No. Yes.
For the first,
It's a new homebrew ability. It raises her AC by 10, so it doesn't hit.
first one does 11.
Okay.
The second one does 9, and I'm also going to add the telekinetic strike. But because I rolled an 8, it goes down to a d6. So another 2 points of force damage.
Okay. Got it.
And I'm just going to
Axel. Oh wait, is that your turn?
I'm
Do you
gonna
want to
say,
do something?
in response to Sylvanus' thing, I'm going to say, there's one healing potion. Get it. And I'm just going to hold up the shield in front of her.
All right, nice. Axel.
Okay, Axel takes a look at the situation, and he is, while still kind of bolting away from the riverbank, goes ahead and lets the urgency of the moment get to him a little bit. I'm going to be spending 2 sorcery points to quicken spell a 3rd level guiding bolt.
Okay.
So okay, 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 66 radiant damage. 5, 10, 14. I need more d6. Give me 1 sec, sorry.
Also, guys, remember you have advantage if you're attacking her.
We do?
Yes, because fairy fire.
Oh.
I didn't know that's how that
I
worked.
didn't know that. That was my bad.
You're welcome.
That is good to know. That's not how it worked in other editions. So
22 radiant damage.
Hey,
And then because I quicken spell, that was my bonus action.
Yeah.
For my regular action, I'm going to guiding bolt at 2nd level,
Yes, sir.
which I now have advantage on that one because I just hit with guiding bolt.
Yes.
nice.
I mean, fairy fire as well, but wait, what are you hitting? Are you hitting her or hitting the water thing?
her.
No, her.
Okay. Just you had advantage anyway, so
Okay, this one might not hit. 16?
That'll hit.
Okay. And then that's going to be 5d6 instead of 6d6. I dropped a d6. All right, 3. $15 radiant damage for that one.
How do you want to do it?
Seriously? Okay.
Whoa.
Already?
So he
yes,
kind
that
of.
radiant damage.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I like.
she's
I was
actually
literally
not
itching.
she's not vulnerable. She's
Oh,
just
really?
not
She's
strong.
not.
She's not strong. She's
Oh.
just
Okay.
scary.
And
Nice.
So he kind of gets up and did not like being knocked out at all. So he just kind of goes he's like bolting away from the stream while kind of like looking back and like, oh god. And then he fires off the first guiding bolt and it just like shoots out of his finger because that's the strongest level spell slot. So it's just like this ton of energy. And then just kind of a smaller one shoots out that's almost just like leftover energy from the first shot. As just like she explodes into this brilliant light.
Nice.
Love
And
that.
Awesome.
yeah, that's his turn. We do still have a water weird.
Oh yeah.
That is the thing.
All right. Yeah, my water weird is going to try to grab at Sylvanas
Uh-oh.
because you're on shore.
Yes.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. You are going to be grappled, and it's going to be 14 bludgeoning damage.
Do I have a reaction?
Yes.
My eye's gonna glow, and I'm going to use my protective field, which reduces damage by. Hold on. Sorry. No. Ah. Okay. Which reduces the damage by 11.
All right.
wow.
So,
Okay, so
that's
so I
just
take
3 bludgeoning.
3 bludgeoning.
And you are now grappled.
All right. Thank you, Horace.
Next up, we have Sylvanus. It is your turn.
Well, I'm going to try and escape this grapple. And forgive me, I'm not used to the grapple rules in 5th ed.
It's just a strength check.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm a skinny barbarian. Actually, wait, hold up. Raging is a bonus action, so I'm going to rage.
Yes.
And then I will do a strength check, which I now have advantage on. That's cool. Oops, that's 1. And that is 2. All right, so that is a 14 to escape.
You are able to push your way out of this water weird's
Ooh. Okay.
arms. Arms? Doesn't really have arms.
It's
Thing.
Tentacles.
Loving
tentacles.
It doesn't really have tentacle. Okay, so
It's just his
you know
body.
the
It seems like a
basilisk from
Is
Harry
a
Potter?
Yeah.
Not like the D&D basilisk, like the Harry Potter basilisk.
Yes.
A
It
snake.
literally looks like that, but just like made out of complete water.
Water.
Got it.
It's really
Nobody
weird. Like
looked at
even
it.
the face looks the same.
Yeah.
Gross.
Page 299 in the Monster Manual.
Thank you for telling us exactly where we can look to figure out how to kill this thing.
We have Google, dude. Like, come on.
I really don't care at this point. You killed my actual good one.
So
You should.
escaping the grapple, that's my action,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to suggest everybody get away from the shore and just if I still have a move action left, I'm going to move 40 feet away from the water weird.
Yep, you are far, far away. Nayla.
Okay, is there anybody still left near it? Or has everyone kind of moved away from the water weird now?
I think everyone's about more than 10 feet away from the shore.
Dang, okay.
I mean, never mind. I can put someone near it if you want me to.
We just like that sneak attack, but it's okay.
Yeah. We get away from the water weird, and now there's a sand weird that's in front of us.
True.
A forest weird.
Forest weird.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Child.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Bullywugs. They come back.
Bullywug.
A bully weird.
A bully weird.
The bullywug comes back for revenge.
All right, I'm just gonna pop out and I'm gonna try and just hit it with my crossbow, I guess.
Cool.
And I don't have any advantage on it, and no one's near it. So I guess I just roll normal. I can't use my sneak attack then. That is 17 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, so the 1d6, it would be 9 damage of piercing.
1d6 does 9, I think.
Well, it's 1d6 and then plus 4 on my mod.
Okay, because for a second I was like, hold on.
Do not think. I think you're reading the 6 upside down there,
I
sweetie.
have my dice mixed up. So 9 piercing.
Piercing, yeah.
It was the upside down 6.
It was the upside down 6, yeah.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna hide again.
Okay. Reginald.
Okay. I'm still on the floor, by the way. I never got up. I'm gonna roll over and look at the river with my speakerphone. And I'm just gonna be like, hey, you're literally just wet. You're not even like scary. And use vicious mockery.
Okay.
Scathing, truly.
It's a nightmare.
You're literally just a wet.
You're literally just a wet.
You're just a wet. So it's gonna be 2. It's gonna be 1. That's gonna be 4. I think psychic damage. What does vicious mockery do? Yeah.
Did you see what Luke said, Dakota?
Oh, wait,
Did
no,
you
there's a
see
wisdom.
that?
I just saw it. Yeah.
It's so true.
Yep.
Look at all of us.
Oh,
God. Okay, you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom save?
Yes.
2.
Oh, that passes. No, okay.
No.
I unleash a string of insults, place a subtle enchantments on a creature which is strange. The saving throw.
His camera broke.
Disadvantage. Oh, so it's gonna take 4 damage and it gets disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So
you hurt a wet's feelings?
what?
That's literally my
Does the
favorite
wet have a
quote
high
ever.
enough intelligence score to be insulted?
Yes.
Well,
It's
no.
a smart thing.
The damage
What?
doesn't come. The damage doesn't come from it like being offended. The insults are enchanted.
Oh.
No,
just
it's totally
just
because he's
spread that.
offended.
Yeah, I think the creature just has to be able to hear you.
Now we
Yeah.
can't
You're just the embodiment of moist.
see, and it could be crying right now, and we would have no way of knowing.
That's so sad.
They're just
That's
droplets.
Very
Everyone always
true.
asks, what's a water weird, but not how's a water weird.
The water weird. How are you doing, buddy? You okay?
It's just Splatoon, just like squid noises.
Okay, Horace, it is your turn.
Horace is going to go to Nayla because he's, except for Reginald, is the only one that didn't.
If you can
hitting-
find me.
Oh, are you hidden?
I'm hidden.
Oh, never mind. If you're hidden, he's on.
If he's hidden, he's just like, nah, screw it.
Good.
And you know what? He's angry, so he's gonna run up to this water weird. And
Stay
is
there
he
so I can have advantage.
in the water?
Ahem. Yeah, sorry.
Is the weird in the water?
Yes.
It is the water.
It is the water.
So yeah, Horse is just gonna run and just like just try to slash it. And this one probably also has 15 for the first one.
Yep.
The second one is 19.
Yep.
Horse is angry.
I know these feels all too well, Ashley. It's okay.
No, it's okay. I got to drop 4 out of the 5 of you in one go, so that was impressive.
What would have happened
That's
if
all I
all 5?
wanted.
What would have happened if all 5 of us failed? That
I literally would not have cared.
The first attack is 13. The second attack is 10. And I'm gonna again do more
What
force
kind is it? Slashing?
slashing.
Okay,
And I'm
hold
gonna
on.
23 in total. And then I'm going to do more psychic or force damage with my eye.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of multiplying and dividing things in it.
True.
Whew.
Another 6 points of damage. Force damage.
I haven't been
I
in
see
school
you-
for a while.
I see you mentioning both multiplying and dividing.
See
so we
me
don't know
after
if it's
class.
level or resistant.
Dakota.
Yes. Did you just say see me after class?
That's attention.
Extra credit. Horace. Nope. Horace just went. Axel.
Okay. Axel is going to, as his action, create wings sprout from Axel's back as a radiant glow just pours out of him as he
Nice.
jumps into the air and does his radiant soul form for his action. And then for his bonus action is going to cast spiritual weapon.
Yay.
So with one of my last spell slots, spiritual weapon. Okay, here's the tab. Okay, so force damage equal to 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier. Cool. So yeah, it creates like a glowing sword of light right next to this water weird that's gonna slash at it.
Awesome.
That's a 13 plus 7, dirty 20.
It looks like such a vibe.
And then
He's a cool
Druids
dude.
vibing in the wilderness.
Yeah. This is what the water weird is doing.
It's that one TikTok where it's just like you're just vibing
yes. Oh
and
my
then you
God.
shoot something.
So it's going to be 4 plus 4, and then because I'm in my Radiant Soul, I get to add Radiant damage equal to my Charisma modifier, which is another 4. So 12 damage. 8 of it is Force, 4 of it is Radiant.
Okay.
Takes a lot of damage.
And that's my turn, and I'm flying into air now, 30 feet into air.
Okay. Horace, you are going to try. It's going to try and grapple you, but it has disadvantage because it got insulted. Will a
You're just
16 hit?
Nope.
Okay, it lashes out and fails. And back up to Sylvanus.
Okay. So I ran away from it. Raging right now.
Yes, you are.
I've never been a barbarian before. This is weird. This feels like a waste, but I'm going to end my rage as a bonus action and cast Chill Touch on the water weird.
He does some breathing exercises to try to relax.
Yep.
Gets to that
Right.
calm, soothing Jasmine tea.
Oh no, that's a 9 to hit.
My water weird distracts you with its moves.
With its curves.
Okay.
Sounds like it's a 9 to miss.
Yeah. Who looks the most hurt right now?
Either Nayla or
Have
Reginald.
I had on a scale of 1 to 38, I'm at a 6.
Okay. And when I ran away from the water weird, I guess I was probably also running away from that last healing potion on the sand, right?
Sorry, repeat that?
So I ran away from the water weird on my last turn.
Yes.
Where is that last healing potion located?
Like halfway between you and the water.
Okay. So can I use part of my movement to go up and grab that and the other half to run towards Nayla?
Sure.
I'm in the tree lines, kind of hidden though. Just so you
Oh,
know.
I don't know where you are.
Oh, she's hidden.
Right.
You're not
right.
the first person to try and give her a healing potion and been like, oh well, she's gone.
She's
All right.
she's just like nah, it's good.
Who's the most hurt that I can see?
Well, Reginald probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do the same thing, but go towards
I got
Reginald instead.
boo-boo.
Don't worry, Reggie. I've got the not boo-boos right here.
Got the knob boo-boos. I love
Not
that.
boo-boos. Okay, so you know what? You'll actually be able to get up to him.
Honey
Oh.
for those boo boos. Honey boo boo.
So yeah, I'm gonna just offer it to him because I don't have any actions left to actually administer it, and that will be the end of my turn.
Sitting there like a baby bird, just.
Nayla, it is your turn.
All right. So because Monster Horse is right over there by the water weird, within 5 feet of it, I can pop out and do a sneak attack on it.
Yes, you can.
So I would pull out my crossbow, kind of aim at out of the trees, and fire off.
Cool.
So 17 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
46. Let's go. God, I really wish 2 of them weren't ones. That's 10, 12, 16 piercing damage.
Okay.
Math.
Hold on. Guys, coronavirus, taking a break from school, man, that thing hurt my brain. Okay. Is that it?
You know what?
Let me guess, you're gonna hide?
I was gonna say for once, because she was peeking out this entire time, seeing her companions being like, Nayla, like holding the potion, Nayla, twice in a row. She's gonna be like, all right, I think they're trying to find me. So she's just gonna vibe. She's gonna take the disengage action.
Okay.
Or sorry, is that no dodge action? That's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take that instead. So she's just sitting there by the tree lines now, totally invisible, you guys.
Totally visible, you said?
Yeah, it's totally visible now.
Good. I have 2 spell slots left. You can have one of them.
Yay, thank you.
Reginald, what are you gonna do?
Drink the health potion.
No, I can do something funny.
No.
Oh my god. If it's for the memes, then yeah.
This entire character is for the memes.
I love it.
He says, even though earlier he was talking about his emotional investment in this character.
I know.
Yeah, because I like the character. The character itself does stuff because it's funny.
Okay, got it.
That's why I like the character.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Oh wait, no, it is disengage. LOL.
I'm gonna use Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
So it has to make a save.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to make an intelligence save.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to make an illusion of a slightly larger water weird with curlers in its hair and an
Oh
apron
no.
and glasses.
I love it.
And it's holding a frying pan that's also made out of water, and it's its mom. And it's gonna start hitting you with the frying pan. Like, what are you doing attacking all these nice kids? They're just trying to go swimming, and you're just being all mean to them.
Can we get Danny DeVito back?
Wait, did you say you're hitting it with the illusion?
The illusion. So the illusion can deal damage.
Oh, okay.
What's the save?
my
Intelligence
goodness.
15.
Yeah, I got 15.
Intelligence 16.
16?
No, I was lying. It's 15. I don't. If it succeeds, it just realizes that it's fake, I guess.
Yeah, it says,
just
I ain't got no mama.
It can talk?
No. It goes,
angry slurp noises.
Angry Bull.
Who's close to it?
Horus.
I'm gonna look over at Horace. I believe in you. You're good at stuff.
Oh my
There
god,
it
bardic
is.
inspiration.
There it is.
Yay!
The bard pulls out his primary mechanic at the
Yeah.
end of the fight.
The only reason we like bards.
At the end of the game.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
That's
Is that
my
your
first
turn,
bardic
Reginald?
inspiration that I've ever used, by the way, as a player.
Is that your turn, Reginald?
Really?
Yes, really. And
Oh.
Horace, it is your turn.
All right, another.
Real stingy bard, eh?
That's a 15.
For what?
yes.
Yes.
And the
All I
second,
hear is,
his action
"That's a
is the 15,
I
Ashley.
was like, hold on. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
He does the special fighter ability 15.
and the second one
Everyone
is a
knows that
natural
one,
20.
don't lie.
It's a natural one.
20.
Oh, yes.
Wait,
So for the first attack, it's going to be 12 points of damage.
Yes.
And for the natural 20, how do you roll it? It's max damage.
Plus a roll.
Okay. So that's going to be 13 plus 9.
wait, what happened?
So 21.
How do you want to do this?
Woo!
There it is.
You're welcome.
So I want to hit it once and then just like back up, run, and just kind of like cannonball dive into
Nice.
it.
Nice.
And yeah, just splash.
Very
Love
nice.
it.
You can do it.
Flash.
You kill this water weird. Water kind of splashes everywhere. And Axel, you see across the river the figure of a small boy.
Steven, you upset Luana.
He,
You figure a small boy across the river.
and he points downstream.
Okay. I think fly over to him as fast as possible. Does he like disappear?
He does.
He
just
dies?
points downstream. He does.
Okay.
Point downstream though. So in that case, I'm gonna fly back, return to Nayla, and cast wounds at second level.
Okay.
Which is 1d8, so 2d8 because it's second level. 12 plus spellcasting ability, so 16. You get 16 HP back.
Thank you.
Are you? That's not his voice at all.
Thank you.
Are you all right, Nayla? Do you need more? I have more.
I should be okay for now. Thank you.
Okay.
I really appreciate that.
Hello.
Of course.
I
Okay,
still have boo-boos.
I go, Friends, I believe I saw the spirit boy you were talking about earlier. He pointed down river. I believe we should continue that way. If I had to guess, I would say that's probably where the children are.
I agree.
So Horace is gonna come up from the water, hair no longer in a bun. It's just gonna do like that, and I'm gonna go. All right, and it's just gonna start swimming downstream since he's already there.
Yes, Reginald.
Are we in any position to be potentially having any more combat right now?
Well,
there are no enemies nearby. You may fast travel.
I have about the energy left for the magical energy left for maybe one spell at my lowest power level.
Reginald?
Yes,
Boo-boos!
Reginald. Huh?
His
Boo-boos.
boo-boos. You have a potion.
I do?
Drink your
Yes.
potion. You didn't drink it.
I didn't
You
take it.
Oh, I've still got
So,
it.
I thought you gave it to him.
I offered it to him, but he never took it on his turn.
Oh.
I said
Okay.
I did funny.
I thought he gave it to you and you just weren't going to use it.
No.
Never mind.
It is a pretty hefty healing potion, though, so
They're not
could
that big
save
of
it.
boo-boos. They're just boo-boos.
we could save it.
We could take a short rest.
That
Yeah,
is a thing we could do.
I like that idea.
Maybe we could rest a little while.
Just catch our breaths.
Okay.
Yeah, those kids will be fine.
What? About what time is it?
Midnight.
Oh. That.
I mean, short rest is what, an hour?
Short rest is an hour. And okay, he says like if anyone expresses concern for not going for the kids right away, he goes, well, I do believe the threat is gone.
Because the short rest, you can walk during a short rest.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
So if you want to walk down the river for an hour,
Yeah,
have
sure.
that
We'll
as
do
a
that.
short
works.
We'll do
rest,
that.
That's fine.
Does the guy who's
That
swimming
works.
get the rest?
Does the what?
Does the one who's swimming? Wasn't someone swimming?
Oh, do you want to take it? Yeah, I don't really care.
No, I'm full health.
You're full health. Oh yeah, you didn't go down.
Yeah.
Nice.
Drew in the chat. It's a hefty potion. I'm not cheap. I only give you that supreme.
I used up 2 of my hit die to regain health.
I am at max HP.
I'm missing 1 HP, so I'm good.
I'm at 6.
Hey guys, I need 1 HP. Can I drink that supreme healing potion? Thanks.
No, that's one per long rest. Okay. All right. Sorry. I was looking at my
Horizon
abilities to see if
voice.
anything regenerated at the end that I could spend right now.
Sorcery points?
Sorcery points? Oh, those are gone, buddy.
Don't you regain them after a short rest?
Huh?
Do you regain them after a short rest?
I can
Nice.
double check. I don't think
Mm.
so.
I'm pretty sure it's a long rest. I could be mistaken.
The
though, I forget.
sorcery points. Yeah, long rest. I regain everything on a long rest, but that's all right. I still have 1 spell slot and 1 sorcery point, so I can twin spell 1 thing.
First level.
First level, yeah. But I'm fine on health, and then I have cantrips, so I'm fine. Cool. So we walk for an hour.
Yes, you walk for an hour down the river. As you finish up your short rest, you see 2 sort of ghost figures of young boys, and they kind of like beckon you closer, but also point into the river. And as you look, there seems to be a sort of like a miniature dam kind of thing, and
Don't tell me.
drowned children have started to like collect.
Like on the surface?
Oh,
Dad.
Oh, like at the.
I'm
Okay,
gonna-
I got you.
I'm gonna cover
I-
up my decapitated bullywog head's eyes.
Guy, you still had that thing.
He's been carrying it around this whole time.
The entire battle. He's been looking out for him.
Axel starts checking for signs of life in any of them. Wow. Only I had taken Revivify.
And the two figures of boys just say like, "Thank you for getting rid of our mom. She wasn't gonna stop anytime soon," and they both disappear.
How many bodies are there?
5.
Didn't you say there was like 4 children missing?
4.
She got a 5th in the night. The 5th one is Reginald.
Yeah.
I kind of look at our friends and I go, these children deserve a proper burial. We should bring their bodies back to their
You're
friends.
right. They do. Can I loot
And
the bodies?
Axel picks up.
Nayla smacks your hand.
Try it.
Enough.
I have a spell slot left. See what happens.
I dive into the river.
Oh no.
Hey, well.
Another water weird appears.
Yeah. So Axel picks up one of the children's corpses.
Nayla will also carry one.
I'll help too.
I got a 16 investigation check, by the way.
Are you actually trying to loot them?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Oh,
Axel
man.
will physically stop you.
Yes, same with
children.
Nayla.
They are children in their pajamas.
I'm children in
Pajamas.
the river.
Yeah.
Axel, you pick up a small girl, and she has red hair and wearing red and orange and yellow pajamas.
Is she a human?
Based on how
They're all
look,
Genasi,
especially the face, how long have they been dead?
They've all been dead for varying, but the longest is 4 nights. Who else is picking them up? Nayla is?
Well.
Nayla, yeah.
And Sylvanus. Okay, so Nayla, you pick up one that has blue hair, light blue skin, in blue pajamas.
Is it a boy or a girl for one?
It's a girl.
Yeah.
Earth Genasi.
I was really hoping you're this close to saying boy, and I was gonna be like, okay.
I was, and then I was like, ooh.
That's why I asked. Okay, so
get
Nayla picks up this small girl's body, and she just stares deep into her eyes and just says, "Rin, I'm sorry." And she just kind of
Hunger Games.
she just kind of holds her close to her body as just like a single tear just kind of starts rolling down her face.
Sylvanus, you pick up a small boy. He's has little brown hair and is wearing green and brown pajamas. And who else is picking one up?
Pick up
Horace?
a small boy and it's Reginald.
Horace, you pick up a small girl, and she has sort of white hair, and her pajamas have clouds on them.
So in the tribe,
we
like a
each got-
sign of not like respect, but more of just like they were a part of the tribe. They would always do like cleaning, and he's just going to lick like the side, the forehead, and it's just gonna like rub the hair, and I'm just gonna like walk.
Corpsicle.
That's cute.
A corpsicle.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, so you guys are able to pick up these children. You head back towards the village, back up the river. You find the path you came in. By the time you get back to the village, it's starting to be first light. The children are sort of stirring in the central area, and Dewdrop hasn't slept a wink as she's been worried about you all.
Can we, as we approach and see the children stirring, can Axel kind of turn and goes, "Wait, we should not approach this group. We need to do something about the bodies. Speak with an authority before we approach this group of children with
I'll put the
bodies
bullywog
of their friends."
So you're putting the bullywog head on top?
Like, no.
Oh, please,
In
please.
disguise.
Oh,
Oh.
They all start bawling.
he says, "Have some respect."
perhaps, Reginald, could you run ahead and grab Princess Sunset?
Yeah.
I skip merrily towards the.
While Axel stands there and while Reginald's gone, he looks down at the fire genasi girl. Oh, her hair and her eyes are not unlike my brother when he was younger. To clarify, I'm not taking your childhood trauma thing, Nayla, but the character that I played as a Phoenix sorcerer, that is this character,
all good.
genuinely had red hair and red eyes.
Oh no. But so Horace did that nasty thing to this poor child, and so Horace, you just feel these two burning holes in the back of your head, as Nayla is just like giving you the deepest of death stares.
He'll just slowly take it off and go, yes, kidding.
And
kidding.
her one hand that's free, you can see like a small dagger on her belt that she just kind of was ready to grab, and then she just kind of pulls her cloak back over it, covering it.
Okay, so Reginald, you run ahead. You find Princess Sunset, who's been up and playing with the smallest children.
So she's like in the middle of town, like with kids.
Yes.
Princess! Princess! We found
Yes.
something. We found something that you
Oh.
need to come see.
Okay. And she's like running up, and she seems like so excited, and she's like shouting like, "None of them went missing last night. They all stayed safe in the central hall. They're all so safe."
Once we get like out of earshot of any like children, and ideally adults, but I'm less picky with adults, I'm just gonna be like,
It's the kids. We found the kids.
The kids, the children, the missing children?
Yeah, we found them.
Oh my goodness, this is such a wonderful day. And she's gonna run over to the group.
Not only did you not emotionally prepare for what was going to happen, you actively made her think there was good news.
no, I didn't. All I said was we found him.
Are you in the right space to receive information?
This poor
She-
princess.
She runs up and immediately just like
Horace, do you still have the
leaves her
hot
chest.
Do you still have
No,
the
I
head
made
on-
him. I made
Okay.
my eyes made him take the head off.
Okay, good.
But he is gonna wave the hand.
Hate you so
No, I'm
much.
kidding. Okay, no.
It's a sign of respect in my tribe. Manages to wildly disrespect the body.
Mike, I love you, but Horace, you are an awful creature, and I will behead you.
Horace
I
is
never
so
did
bad.
anything.
Wave the hand. Oh my god.
I'm not actually
And-
gonna do it. I'm not.
Oh, I really think you should, because that's hilarious. Anyways, Sunset runs up and literally stops dead in her tracks. Breath just like leaves her lungs as she just like stares,
Kids.
and she throws up.
And
Right?
Nayla moves closer to the princess and says, "Princess, we're sorry. We weren't able to save them."
And she sort of just like touches the hair on the girl you're holding, and it's just
Wait,
kind of
didn't I
brushes it
mention-
back.
We thought it'd be good to give them proper burials.
I agree. And she kind of points you to that secret room that you guys were in the first time. Says, "Go there, place them there. I'm gonna go gather the families." And she kind of is gone for a little bit, and she comes back, and you see a water genasi man,
Oh no.
a fire genasi couple, an earth genasi couple, air genasi couple. They all kind of show up, and they're just
When all the parents start like showing up, Reginald like becomes visibly like not sad because he doesn't do sad, but like he's not his usual like leprechaun-y happy self.
mm-hmm.
Like he gets toned down from like a 10 to like a 7.
the two fire genasi women look down at their daughter, and they kind of turn up to you and they say, "Oh, thank you for bringing her back. We missed her."
Of course.
And they're like crying and stuff, but they're just like kind of quiet.
Awesome.
The water genasi man sort of chokes back tears, and the earth and the air people are just losing their minds.
Just making sure the bully blockhead is not anywhere near sight.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
What did you say the fire genasi parent is doing?
The women were kind of just said like thank you and like
Yeah.
cried a little bit.
And
all of them are kind of expressing their gratitude, but also just like very clearly upset their child has just passed.
My good people, you need not fear anymore. This loss has been tragic, and I can't even imagine how much this hurts you, but we narrowly escaped with our lives, but we did manage to destroy the spirit of the woman, Maria.
You need no longer fear of the specter taking any more children away from you. I know the loss of a child is hard, but you will get through this. Trust me.
Also a water snake.
We thought it best to return your children so you could bury them properly. Would it be all right if I said a prayer over them? Helped aid their passing to the afterlife.
Yes, please. And they're kind of just like nod, sort of as if this is like the hope they're kind of sticking on to right now.
He, while still holding the fire genasi daughter in his arms, kind of like takes a knee. And then he says a prayer to the archangel that gave him his abilities, to the god that archangel serves, and to any gods beyond, that any who have mercy would aid these children in achieving the best possible afterlife and in making their passing as peaceful as possible.
Very nice.
Are there any, because I know it's like kind of it was like kind of still outside, were there any like little wildflowers that were kind of nearby?
Yeah,
so
there's different plants.
So after Nayla brings the body to the room and everything like that, she kind of disappears. She like puts her hood up as she kind of like not like sneaks out, but like she just very like gracefully leaves without really drawing too much attention. She returns moments later with a few small flowers and to kind of lay beside the girl. Oh, all the children actually.
Yeah.
But
like, wow.
but one extra one for the one she was holding, because it just really reminded her of her younger sister. Mm-hmm. And she just kind of says, "May they rest in peace now." And she just kind of makes her way to the back of the room.
Yeah. Sunset again comes around, thanks you all, and says, if you'll meet me outside, kind of thing, and lets the families with the children kind of have their peace, and comes outside and says, "Well, what have you of the forest?"
It hurt.
It hurt. Oh, that's interesting.
Got hit by some wet.
Some wet.
Very interesting.
Yeah, did any of us actually in character know what that was?
It was a weird water, that's for sure.
Nah. In my travels, I might have come across that thing once or twice, but
yeah.
A water weird. Interesting.
Told you.
Maria has been put
I've
at
heard
peace.
of those, but I don't usually spend that much time around the water, as I prefer the fire. Sorry, what did you say, Axel?
He says, and Maria has been put to rest. She will no longer be a trouble for your village.
Also we killed her.
Oh. Well,
I don't think you can kill something that's already dead.
Sure you can. We just did.
she kind of looks at you and says, "Well, thank you. I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm glad that the children are going to be okay. Here." And
I
she
don't say
sort
that.
of,
I don't say that in character.
okay.
That's out of character. That's very Steven.
Okay, yeah, figured. She sort of reaches like into a little cloak she's wearing and pulls out a bag, and she passes each of you a platinum piece and 200 silver pieces.
Whoa.
Dang.
I'll just.
Nayla
I'm so glad this is a campaign where we can use that money.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna like not take it. I'm just gonna be like, split this between the parents.
Yeah.
There's always that one player who's like, I won't take the money, and then everyone else is like, man, I should take the money.
Dude, my character's like, part of my character is he's rich. I don't need it.
Horace,
Oh, yeah.
coming from a tribe that really doesn't care for money, is going to give it to Sylvanas, and is going to say, you're a librarian, right?
Is indeed.
You want to start up your own library?
So wholesome.
I hadn't thought of that. I was planning on putting my own portion of this towards the library of my hometown, but I suppose I could do both. I'll have to think on this. Thank you,
Better
Horace.
in your hands.
I was just do you want to start up a library? I would really like to do that, but I don't have any money. Like
I don't have any money.
I swear to God, I thought you were about to be like, you're a librarian, right? That's hot. Here's some money.
That's hot.
The librarian.
Oh God. Nayla will very reluctantly hold the money for a moment and just think about it as she looks at the parents who are just absolutely distraught.
I'm gonna just be like,
yeah. So she'll give the money back. She'll take one silver piece and give it back and say, "This is all I need. The fact that we were able to give them the proper burial they deserved is enough for me."
Apparently not. You still took a silver.
Well, it's the jester, you know. Take the
Axel,
silver piece back.
Axel hands the silver and the plat to Sunset as well, and kind of leans in as he does and just says, "You are not responsible for the actions of your ancestors, but use this money to make it right."
No, I wasn't expecting that part. No, now I'm gonna cry.
And he leans back and stands with the group again.
Also, before we end this, Horace is going to go over to where no one can see him, hollow out the bullywog head, and now wear it like a mask.
Oh my God! What is wrong with this character?
Oh, I love it.
Is that normal? Is that?
He's going to turn around.
Is anything
normal for him or normal in general?
I mean, we have a very different kind of mannerisms here.
Yeah, it's weird it's weird regardless. I was just wondering what you meant.
It's weird for us too. Yeah.
I'm Billy Wogman.
I'm imagining you just saying that to yourself, like not even part of the conversation. You're just like off to the side.
Billy Wogman.
From now on, if any of us ever turn Batman into a character to be a person that's actually a bat skull.
All I can hear now is the TikTok sound of Mothman, but it's Bully Wogman.
And you see like Sunset kind of returns to playing with the children, and like the whole town sort of seems a little warmer as they start to realize like none of the children went missing last night. The cries that they usually hear at night stopped about halfway through, and they start to feel, hopeful that even though some of the children went missing and passed, it's going to stop and it's not going to happen again.
Neat.
Watch that have been the wrong like spirit though.
Well, no, yeah.
Well,
So basically, this was based on the story of the Wailing Woman, or La Llorona.
Llorona.
Yeah, that one.
Ah.
And it's
Luana out
basically-
here calling it out in the first
She called
5
it
minutes.
so fast. So it's a woman who marries a man, and they have 2 children, and slowly he starts showing less and less interest and spends less time at home, and it's only to see the kids. And then he comes back from traveling with, a younger, pretty woman, and in a blind rage, she drowns her children, and then after realizing that, she drowns herself. However, a demon tricks her into thinking that if she can find her son's souls, she can buy her way into like the afterlife, whereas now she's been cursed on to roam Earth. And unfortunately, her 2 sons' souls have already gone up to heaven, so she tries to get back by taking the souls of other children.
It's also the first episode of Supernatural.
Yeah. I got 2 things to say. First thing, huge missed opportunity by not calling this one shot The Curse of La Corona.
That would have given it away so quick.
But it was so funny. And second thing, I just wanted to say how much I had to hold back when I was bringing the princess back over to stop myself from saying, we collected 1 of each.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
And on that note, I think it's time to end it.
And on that note, this is
Good night,
Sam's
everybody.
So thank you for watching. This is the first one shot of many. We are starting every Sunday. We also have the campaign running on Tuesdays. Please follow Arcane Adventurers on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, basically anywhere you can find us.
There will be stuff on the YouTube soon, just not yet.
There you go. And have a fantastic Sunday evening. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you all for coming.
Bye.